Hello, it's me. I am here again today. It is Friday. The global tech and chip sell-off continues today, I think. Apple down big yesterday. Bitcoin at 59.3, Spacex at 150s. Apple sold off a lot yesterday because of layoffs specifically. The Kospi index, which is Korean indexes overnight, the SK Hynix and Samsung stocks make up a bunch of that. And a bunch of circuit breakers. SK Hynix down 8.4%, Samsung down 5.3%, Apple raising prices by 20% on memory shortages. Memory chip makers versus device makers dynamic is here. The Nikkei had heavy losses in European tech. Crude is under 60 or under 70s here. I think it's under 69. Yeah, it's at 69.70. So crude is broken down again this morning. Gold is actually over 4,000. Interesting enough, but yeah, markets are definitely nervous again today. We had a pretty rough day yesterday, all things considered. And yeah, markets are kind of on edge right now. NASDAQ is almost all the way back down to 29,000 this morning. So it's not looking good here for markets. But let's take a look. Here is the NASDAQ. Again, you can see 29,370s here. A little bit sideways over the last few hours for a Friday. But again, we had what a lot of people considered Goldilocks rally from PCE and GDP yesterday, but it did not hold. Apple came out with news saying they raised prices, and I believe they came out with news saying they were laying people off. But look at Apple yesterday, guys. This is one of the reasons tech slumped. Apple just dumped yesterday at the opening bell. We saw the dumps not just in Apple, but in a lot of different things, like specifically MU. MU was really euphoria heavy at the morning yesterday, dipped all the way down to like 1130s and then bounced back up. We're still red versus yesterday's open, but MU has at least bounced back a little bit, and so is Apple. I mean, Apple's up some today now. You know, look at Apple. It's slightly green, but it's not. When you zoom out, you can kind of see it's only up a little bit relative to where it dropped. Like it hit lows yesterday at 274. It's currently sitting at 276. So it's not really back up that much today. Again, memory tax extends sell-off with Apple. The overnight sessions were volatile. Kospi index, I believe, was circuit breaker halted multiple times. And yeah, markets are still on edge today, is really what the story is this morning. We have Britt here. Britt, hello.
Yeah, I'm here. Not really bad though, so I don't know how this is gonna go.
You missed your cue, bro. You missed your cue, dude. Well, you know, you're supposed to say hello after I said
I'm
that.
losing you about every 5 or 10 seconds.
Oh man. Oh, well, here.
I said hello. You just didn't hear me.
You know, I'm gonna choose to believe you didn't. You know, let me hang up and call you right back. Hold on. Hello, Britt. You there?
For now, yeah.
All right. Hey, listen, you're here. Hello, chat. I see you guys talking this morning. What's
Hello.
up, Dave? Hey, what's up, dude?
Nothing.
Hello.
Having a lot of trouble going out about every 5 or 6 seconds.
Oh man, it sounds like it's your internet. My internet seems to be running okay. Looking at it. Ava, Dave, Steve, Pooh, Alex, NC, Old Hack, MG, Jonathan, Zeke, Ace, Psalm, Brian, VA, Edson, JS, Nian, Ruined the Game Nation Gaming. What's up, dude? Rooftop, Raga, Ashun, Flex, Solar, Blue Trading.
Hi, everybody. That's saying hi.
Pew, Bluebird, Jason, Moose, DJ, Alex, another Alex, Lewis, Deckers, Asif. I think I said Jason already. Glass half full. What's up, man? Lucas, Ace, GJ. Easy to understand. Let's see who else. DW, George, Sam, Gamer, Jay Violet. Hello from Aussie land. Hey, hello to you. Raven, Publius, Edward Diamond Hands, Christian Rivera, Wowo, Suwin. I'm trying to pronounce these guys. What the FUD? Hey, good morning. Thoughts on Stretch? Yeah, Stretch. Honestly, bro, I'm sure Michael Saylor's at least kind of nervous right now. And I'm a Bitcoin bull. You guys know this. but I'm sure he's kind of nervous. This is supposed to say pegged to $100. It is at $84 right now. You can see what, oh no, this is MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy at $84. Wow, I thought that was Stretch. Stretch is down to $73 right now. Kind of scary, not gonna lie. A little scary. Bitcoin, again, guys, if we look at Bitcoin here, Bitcoin is under 60,000. A lot of people thought the bottom would be right around here, though, so maybe we bounce back. Not investment professional. This is not investment advice. If you copy me, you'll lose. Don't do it. Top 3 worst people to copy in markets at this point in time right now. Let's take a look at yields. All right, let's take a look at yields. Yields probably have a, interesting story behind them. Yields after yesterday's PCE inflation and GDP actually fell a pretty significant amount here. You can see when yields came out. These are 2-year treasury yields right here, which correlate more with the Fed. But if you look at this, look at what yields did yesterday on PCE inflation. And again, PCE inflation, I mean, year over year was what, 4.1%? It wasn't low. I mean, that's not low inflation, guys. 4.1% is high. But I think it was better than expected in a lot of ways, and GDP was strong, and so we got like a Goldilocks GDP PCE scenario, and that is kind of making people more optimistic. At the very least, it wasn't shockingly high, like 4.5%, 5% year over year. Core actually decreased a little bit month over month, and so we actually had yields go down, which means interest rate sentiment is down. Yields and interest rates correlate with each other, and so yields are down, meaning interest rate sentiment is down slightly. We see lower rate hike odds now that data is out, and this heads at the big job report week we have next week. So we'll see what happens. John, why are the markets pooping their pants? I mean, markets are just markets right now, bro. I don't know, dude. Markets are just freaking scared. Chips, overvaluation fears, CapEx fears, and more is kind of influencing markets negatively for sure, I think. So this has to do with like chips. This has to do with MU earnings. This has to do with Apple right now, specifically Apple. Nvidia has been fading down. I mean, one of the big reasons is Nvidia and Apple are kind of leading these gains here. So look at Nvidia. So Nvidia has fallen all the way just to where they were back in May versus where they are now is not a small percentage drop for Nvidia. Just to put it into perspective, again, Nvidia was 241s back in May, mid-May, 241 a share in pre-market. Actual market highs might be like 230 something, but we're gonna use 241. We're down to 193s right now. So just to calculate this percentage, this is a 20% drop versus highs in about a month and a week or so. So yeah, this is a 20% drop on Nvidia in the last month. And so chips are pulling back. These drops have continued. A lot of people, I talked about it yesterday, but part of this is like a bottleneck with HBM chips. Nvidia needs HBM chips to produce their chips. And, if HBM capacity is sold out through 2028 or whatever it was in the MU earnings report, that's not necessarily the best for them. Supply problems, bottlenecks there in terms of growth. It's one of the reasons we're seeing pullbacks in a lot of tech right now. It's not just that, but it's also just overvaluation fears. We saw the Kospi, the South Korean main stock index, have a pretty volatile session overnight. Circuit breaker was triggered, so a full market halt. Both safety mechanisms hit in the same session. It signals genuine panic level selling. SK Hynix down 8.4%, Samsung down 5.3%. And so markets are nervous right now, man. Markets are nervous. For Friday, markets are a little scary. Yeah, the Kospi dropped off 6%. Chip sell-offs again. So markets are just very nervous about chips right now. The Nikkei, which is the Japanese index, had heavy losses. SoftBank down double digits, over 10% on AI and semi exposure. Shanghai Composite sold off. Hong Kong index sold off. The Australian index was weak, but tech was mixed, but tech was weak. And yeah, yesterday in the Kospi index, it dropped 8%. It's triggered when Kospi drops 8% for at least a minute. It halts the entire market for 20 minutes. That happened. And again, part of this is Apple. Apple raised prices on some of its products by nearly 20% and specifically said memory chip shortages as the reason. It caused a chain reaction. Apple's price hike confirms memory shortage is real. 20% higher device prices equals potentially fewer sales for Apple. If they don't sell, memory demand might eventually slow down, and memory makers' gains might come at the expense of device makers or more. And so we had a couple managers speak. They said recent gains for chip makers could come at the expense of product manufacturers. SK Hynix, they say, isn't winning the AI wars, hurting Apple and Samsung's smartphone business, etc. Memory prices going up also hurts the mobile division. So now people are worried that high memory prices is going to negatively impact the market drastically with chips. Remember, SK Hynix is the world's #2 memory maker after Samsung. Just listed on the NASDAQ this week. Massive HBM exposure. It was up 12% on Wednesday. And yeah. It's a scary market, guys. Scary market.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
No, it's not good, dude. It's not good.
Seems like connection's holding up for now, so.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems okay. Yeah, I'm looking up. I gotta make sure AI is telling me the truth here about this.
Which part?
Trying to see what the symbol is. Okay, so SK Hynix is actually set to debut on the exchange July 10th to the American Depository Receipt listing. If AI is correct here. Yeah, so it's not listed. AI got a little bit ahead of itself there. Keep shorting strategy. Hey, what's up, Jacob Coffee?
I have no idea what the market's going to do. Sorry.
Does anybody want to buy?
No idea. Does
anybody want to buy memory right now? Anybody interested in buying memory? Look, just to show you guys some names here. Here's MU right now, 1150s. Here's SanDisk, 2200s. They're still pretty euphoric, even with the slumps that we've seen. Again, gold is back up to 4070s right now. 4070s. So gold has honestly bounced right around 4,000. Will strategy go below 50 this year? I mean, if Bitcoin keeps slumping, sure. Bitcoin needs to find some bearings and bounce back. The VIX is over 20, showing the volatility now again. Over 20. And again, we'll see what happens here, dude. It's a little bit scary of a market. We made a lot yesterday, which was great. But, Apple raising prices proves the memory shortage to a certain extent. Device makers like Apple and more face margin pressure because of the high memory prices. We also have, today is the $1 billion Spacex forced buying day per the schedule from News Squawk here. I thought that was the other day. Let me check.
How dare they pass those costs on to us, like everybody does?
Yeah, I mean, that's inevitable.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just making a joke.
Yeah. Yeah, so, again, there's a couple things to watch today. Does Apple reverse, right? Apple's one of the big stories here. Device makers are in trouble. Does Apple reverse? Because Apple had a big pullback yesterday, and so maybe people start buying the dip. I don't know. Here's Apple right here, but look at this drop at Apple yesterday, and it really didn't bounce back. Some of the other stocks dipped and then rebounded back. Apple did not really. Apple's basically doing an L shape. And so Apple did not recover. It did not recover well. Britt, there's no time for humor? Did you use humor in my stream, bro?
I might have.
I never use humor. I'm the most serious ever. How could you? Yeah, so SpaceX Day. Look at SpaceX here, guys. SpaceX.
How dare I?
All right, SpaceX hitting 150s. It seems to be finding some support at 150, so it's been bleeding. But today we do have like good trades balance for May, I believe, coming out at 8:30. That's not really market moving, I don't think. We have Michigan data coming out at 10, and that honestly has moved markets a little bit more than normal lately. Who knows what it'll do today? But yeah, we got the good trades balance expected at negative 85 billion. So we'll see what that shows today. Probably not going to move markets. I come here only for the humor. Yeah. Oh, I mean, are you English? You've got to be English.
You mean like
charity and grace. Humor.
I would expect that.
I
would expect that with the name too. I mean, like that's a very English name, I think. Charity and grace. Yeah. I mean, I might be wrong, but Uh, Also, do you mean humor as in haha, or humor as in bad humors that made people sick in the 1300s?
I think they mean bad humors, Brit. I think that's what they mean.
Okay,
But we're
yeah.
not sick. We're not sick. I come
yet.
here only for Brit. I use humor every day. Yeah, I mean, I'm too sarcastic, honestly, really, with how I talk. It's gotten so sarcastic that some of the haters in the chat will try to, like, take it literally. You know, I just, like, I imagine that they just don't understand sarcasm, you know? There's a correlation with understanding sarcasm and intelligence. I'm just putting it out there, you know? And so I imagine they don't understand sarcasm. Or maybe I use it too much to where you can't really tell if I'm being serious or not. I'm not English. Spacex suit $110. Come here to learn economics. Stay for the humor. Hey, my guy, my friend. High RAM prices. Yeah, I mean, dude, high memory prices are skewing a lot of things, specifically devices lately. We had Goolsby speak yesterday. He said inflation is moving in the wrong, or from this morning, he said inflation is moving in the wrong direction. Some of that is driven by one-off factors. Services-driven core CPI is more concerning than inflation driven by goods or oil-related items. Core inflation is still too high and trending in the wrong direction, and wages are not particularly good leading indicators. So he did say that stuff earlier. And we got a little bit more escalating news, but oil doesn't seem to care that much. Iran State TV said 3 foreign tankers attempting to unauthorized passage of the Strait of Hormuz turned back after a warning. And so we did get some stuff like that. Apple supplier Tata Electronics, I hope that's how you say it, has tightened security controls, restricted employee access to internal systems after data breach, according to reports citing sources. So we see that news coming out. And yeah, honestly, a lot of volatility overnight in the Asian indexes. And so I'm curious to see what we get at the opening bell. Yesterday was a dumpster fire at the open. We dropped a lot, like 2.5% in like 10, 15 minutes yesterday at the opening bell. Again, a lot of this was driven by Apple. So a lot of this was driven specifically by Apple. We did get Iran's IRGC attacked a Singapore flag cargo ship overnight in the Strait of Hormuz after it tried a non-designated route. Again, oil still down 3.5% or whatever it is. Bloomberg data still shows ship traffic continues to traverse the Hormuz Strait in both directions. Again, gold is holding though. Gold seems to be holding, but man, Asian train wreck in markets this morning. And again, we're going to watch MU today. Look at MU. MU seems to be holding. I mean, it's still down, but it didn't drop as much as everything else did because, you know, shortages, like memory shortages are bad for other things, but they're not bad for memory because supply and demand. You know, that's why prices are skyrocketing here for some of these. Hey, what's up, Max? Good morning, my friend.
Morning, dude. How you doing?
Gold will drop. I'm watching gold today. I might trade gold. Brit started the line dance, the NASDAQ dip. Someone said SpaceX 75. Yeah.
That dance is finally catching on.
It's catching on for sure right now, bro. Yeah, it's definitely catching on. But man. Bull or bear in chat right now? What do you guys think? Are y'all bullish or bearish right now? Gold actually starting to slump a little bit as we look at it. Not a lot, but you know, it's pulling back a little bit. It's kind of in a tight range here. Markets are kind of rangy right now. I think they're all waiting for the opening bell today because of all the craziness going on. Tokyo CPI rose. All right, I said bull or bear. I see bull, bullish on gold, bear, 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 bull, bull, bear. Morning drop, bear for Bitcoin. Bitcoin hitting 48,000 today. Bullish. Wolverines? Okay. Bull. Poll. Okay, should I do a poll? All right, let's do one. Are you bullish or bearish on indexes today? Indices. I'll spell it the fancy way, you know. And I mean bull in indices. Equity indices, not inverse indices, guys. Don't, you know. Or ETFs. Bull or bear on indices today, guys. There's the poll. Poll is now live. Vote, participate. We appreciate it.
I knew you were gonna misspell it.
Well, sometimes you gotta be fancy, bro. Yeah, we're under 30,000 in the NASDAQ here. NASDAQ at 29,389s here. 29,389s. Yeah, it's just been a weird week. Honestly, it's been kind of a scary week. I know this because my views are much better this week. Why? Because the market's a dumpster fire. I'm not saying I want the market to be a dumpster fire, but I don't mind the increased views that we get from the market being a dumpster fire. You know, just to be honest, right? And if y'all were me, y'all would probably feel kind of the same way. I don't want the market to go down necessarily. If it does drop enough, I'll buy it, of course. But
do we like extra viewers? Yes, we do.
That's right. We do like extra viewers. SpaceX will have an army that will defend it at 135 if it gets there. Yeah, I think 135 is one of the interesting levels here. Yeah, I gotta be careful with AI. Hold on, let me see. Crazy valuation. Hit the like button, guys. I want Bitcoin in the 40s. One last dip before the rally in July. New all-time high on the NASDAQ. Everyone is bearish. That means the market will be green today. Bull on the Dow. Yeah, honestly, let's take a look at the Dow. Boomers. You know, listen, I like the Dow, boomers. All right. The Dow is going up right now. Like, boomers assemble. We're talking about the Dow. We're at 52,300s right now in the Dow. The Dow, honestly, yesterday, I mean, it didn't hold. A lot of rotation into the Dow yesterday at the opening bell with fears of microchips and all that stuff. Made everybody nervous. But the Dow hit 53,000, almost 53,100 yesterday at the opening bell. It didn't hold, though. It kind of came back down, but it's still at 52,300s. It's not down as much as everything else is. So, scary, scary market. Looking at our poll, about mostly people are bearish this morning. Interesting. We're almost always bullish, but today most people are bearish. 66% of people are bearish. 34% are bullish today. Interesting. So mostly bears.
I went bearish.
78% of the time, if you tell AI, yeah, in every crisis there's an opportunity. Dumpster fires are perfect for trading and streaming. I know, honestly, they really are, dude. Some of my biggest streams have been dumpster fire streams. When the regional bank crisis hit, we hit some good numbers. When GameStop hit and started crashing, we hit some good numbers. Rotation, yeah, for sure. It's rotation into the Dow. Again, Dow is less tech heavy than the NASDAQ and S&P, and so in that regard, whenever people fear a specific sector like chips right now or tech in general right now, like this morning, I think the fear is in like device makers. You know, I think the fear is in device makers. And so
phones are going to start going up because of memory shortages.
Yeah, so Apple, obviously one of the biggest. Samsung obviously got hammered overnight. SK Hynix is making people nervous. So chips and device makers is really what's leading the tech sell-off right now. Apple, again, not really green or not really red on the day technically right now if we look at it, but it's definitely red from yesterday for sure. And we can take a look at everything else. I'll put a 5-minute chart up. Like you can see Apple's fall and then consolidation. We could look at Microsoft. Let's take a look at software. Where's software at? I'm looking at ServiceNow. It dropped yesterday, but not as bad as it could. That might be some rotation too. Where's Adobe at? Yeah, they all did similar things. So software is not really down as much as it could be. But yeah, Apple stock dropped. Was it 6.5%? Let me check this percentage. I gotta watch AI and make sure it's getting it right. But Apple, they say it's AI is telling me Apple dropped 6.15% yesterday. Is that figure accurate? Is that number accurate? I mean, let's see, 290s at the open, down to 275s. Yeah, dude, that's pretty accurate. That's 5% drop. If we go by the highs yesterday or the day before, that's 6+% for Apple in the last day and a half. So yeah, Apple down over 6% in the last day. Not good, guys. Not good. I was up trading until 1 a.m. Think we'll crash hard, then recover impulsively after market open. Not a bad thesis in my opinion, honestly. Palantir, yeah, I mean, look, Palantir has dipped all the way back down. I mean, the PE ratio, the valuation was wild for Palantir, though. It was never, like, long term, it might still be good here, you know, but short term, whenever something has hundreds in the PE ratio, it's usually not the time to buy it. You know, it might get a lot of optimism and excitement and all that stuff, and that's cool. But, you know, whenever the price to earnings ratio is so high, obviously, I mean, there's risks buying stuff like this. You know, it was at 207s back in November. It's currently at 100, so it's basically down 50% in that period of time since, what, November? So yeah, I mean, Palantir's pulling back. Is it time to buy Palantir? The PE ratio was wild. It was like over 600. So honestly, if Burry is still shorting it, he's probably making some money. You know, but I don't know if he is. It's hard to tell.
Ogden says, "Scream a bit louder, John."
Was I yelling?
Is John loud, y'all?
Am I too loud? You know, am I loud right now?
Am I too quiet, or am I like Goldilocks, you know, and all that stuff? And am I just right?
Whose volume is better, Britt? Britt's challenging me. I feel this is a challenge. Whose volume is better right now? Britt or me?
Tell the truth, everybody.
Y'all know who y'all better vote for out here. You know, y'all know it. You know.
I mean, I will say I'd probably vote for the guy that has control over the stream, but that's just me.
The power I have, right?
Yeah.
It's the perfect volume. Both are fine, about the same. Equal today. Sound is fine. You're both loud. Loud is good, dude. It's better to be loud than quiet, my friend. Bit louder than usual, John. Hey, I think I turned my volume up yesterday. I accidentally, yeah. That's all right. Listen, we're loud. We're loud and proud today, guys. We're loud and proud. Anyways, the VIX over 20. So VIX reads volatility. If markets go down and are really volatile, the VIX goes up. The VIX is over 20 again. You can kind of see, though, we've had some crazy swings in the VIX lately. With all the conflict and stuff like that, I mean, the VIX has obviously been moving. So 20 is not a crazy level for the VIX or anything like that. But the VIX is elevated with all the fears going on in markets. So they're raising. Here's the specifics of the Apple price hikes, right? So again, this is negatively affecting tech right now. Apple. The specifics of the Apple price hikes. They're raising MacBook Air prices $200 to $1,299. They're raising MacBook Pro prices $300 to $1,999. They're raising MacBook Neo prices anywhere between $100 and $150 to $699. iPad Air is getting raised $150 to $749s. iPad Pro getting raised $200 to $1199s. Vision Pro also went up. iPhone is unchanged for now, but they hinted at coming increases if memory prices continue to rise. We got more, chip stocks getting hit.
All those price hikes suck. I mean, right when I wasn't going to buy an Apple product.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a Samsung guy, and I've had it for so long, it's hard for me to switch. I feel like if I didn't use Samsung for so long, I probably would have switched to Apple already. Just to have, harmony with the rest of my family. The rest of my family's Apple people. They all have Apple phones and devices and computers and
they're
everything.
all wrong.
Yeah,
I don't
to a certain extent.
Most of my family members look at it. They're wrong. They're all wrong. Samsung is better.
Most people in the U.S. have Apple.
I'm actually just trying to start an argument in the chat, honestly.
Yeah, most people in the chat probably have Apple. It depends on where they live, though. Overseas, maybe they don't.
Yeah.
What plays are we? Any other whales, aka big money in the chat? What plays we looking at? Dragos, are you saying you're big money? Are you a whale? Dragos. Good morning. Thanks
The
for
name like
taking the time
Dragos,
with
I
me.
would believe it.
Live every day. Hey, thank you, CB. I appreciate the love. Thanks. Mac's expensive enough already. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I never buy Mac computers. Is because it's like, all right, well, like I'm looking at the specs of it, like, okay, like what's the RAM, like what's the processing on the computer, what kind of GPUs, what kind of RAM, what kind of processing, and most of the time, you can have a Apple computer with the same specs as another computer with like 50% more in pricing. And so cheap John is like, no, I'm going to buy a PC or I'm going to buy a laptop. But I am a nerd. Absolutely. I'm a nerd, dude. Listen.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm kind of a nerd, I guess, for different things. I mean, I've always heard that Apple is more like, their products are more secure or whatever.
They're more closed.
I've always,
yeah.
But I know everybody is used to whatever they started with. Just always found Apple products to be a little less user friendly, a little less intuitive than Samsung. But that's just me.
No, for sure, 100%. I see somebody asking, you can't play video games on an Apple. Windows sucks. I have to use both. Lenovo said they're kicking Windows. Better off getting a good gaming laptop. Yeah, that's what I usually do. Like, especially for trading and stuff, I usually just get a solid gaming laptop. It usually correlates really well with streaming.
I like laptops, honestly.
I don't. I mean, I don't use them enough. It depends on what I'm doing on the computer, but I don't use laptops. I mean, I use them sometimes, but not nearly.
I do not.
You know. Yeah. Well,
I've only used laptops when I had no other choice, honestly. Like, I much prefer a desktop, PC.
Yeah, I use desktop a lot. I have a bunch of laptops. Anyway, speaking of laptops, Microsoft at 350s. They don't make laptops, obviously, but they make the operating system behind them. MU still starting to slump a little bit. It's at 1150s. Again, I asked this question yesterday, but what do you guys want to buy today? Like, what are y'all interested in buying this morning? Because I think it's an interesting market. We got a lot of stuff that's down big. It just depends on whether you think the memory bottleneck is going to continue. Supply worries, like the MU earnings report was great. It was a great earnings report. And I told you guys we might sell off at the open tomorrow and yesterday. And we did sell off at the open. And so now the question is, do the sell-offs continue? Like, do we continue to see slumps? Do we continue to see drops? And if so, what's the buy play this morning? VIX is still rising. NASDAQ seems to be still dropping here. Let's take a look. NASDAQ down to 29,324s here. Look at the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ's actually getting some drops here. Let's see if we got any news. But,
yes, let's.
Yeah, I don't see anything, honestly, right now. More earthquakes hit, it looks like.
Really?
Specifically in, where was this one?
Argentina.
Philippines.
Somewhere else this time. Okay,
well,
great.
This was in Philippines. Yeah. But I don't think that's what's negatively impacting markets, just to clarify. I think markets are just scared right now. Let me see what's dropping here. I see SpaceX falling. But we just got 3 pretty big red candles heading into the 8 o'clock scrum here. SpaceX is dipping. Most tech is sliding right now. Apple dipping to 275s. Yeah, I'm looking up stuff, but I don't see anything. There's might be a Bank of Japan dynamic here as well. There's MU, there's SanDisk. Here's Nvidia, right? Nvidia looks like it's sliding. This might be the root cause of it, is Nvidia. But it's not a big drop necessarily, but it's not. I mean, these are some larger red candles versus what we've seen over the last few hours here, though, for Nvidia. Again, what's Apple doing? Apple's down some. I think this is chip related, though. I mean, Apple's chip related as well, but devices are worried. We're finally. Hey, nice drops. Congrats, dude. Are we doomed? All right, so I asked people, what do you want to buy up today? Let's take a look at what they said. Not just shorting. How low can strategy go? Shorting everything. Nokia, OpenAI canceled its IPO. Microsoft makes laptops. Oh yeah, they do make. Yeah, I forgot about those. Apple uses other products. Apple is more secure. Yeah, they are. NBIS is always my focus. The volatility is great. Altria, Microsoft, and Oracle look good to buy. Oracle, like hyperscalers with the supply constraints of memory and HBM, hyperscalers like Oracle and others, have had a lot of volatility as well. Although they didn't drop as much yesterday. I think they dropped a lot pre-MU earnings and then kind of held a little bit. Oracle's down to under 150s though, and I'm in it already. Maybe I'll add to my position here. I don't know. I'm gonna let the day play out and see what happens though. It's a little volatile today. So we'll see what happens there, but a little volatile for sure in markets right now. Blue Horseshoe loves Anacott Steel. We are Cook Son. Watch strategy drops. Yeah, he's talking about Wall Street.
Yeah.
Can we MicroStrategy $40? Ah, dude. It depends on what Bitcoin does, but yeah, it's not looking good. Yeah, I don't know, Max. I'm just reading the news, my friend. Reading the news. Hopefully it didn't affect you guys. I'll buy SpaceX at 100. Where will you buy SpaceX, guys? if you will buy SpaceX. I'm sure a lot of the answers are going to be like nowhere. But SpaceX
Online.
at 151s. Yeah. Oh,
No,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
funny,
I'm now
so-
down on Oracle for sure. I mean, you got to remember the trade, though. Like, my Oracle trade, just to put this into perspective, I'm basically flat on Oracle right now. But I bought Oracle. It went up a large amount, and then I took a lot of profit off of it at 250s or 240s or wherever. I don't remember where I got out of it, but I know I'm not holding a large position now. But I bought Oracle. It went up to like 250. I sold some of it somewhere, and then we and now we're holding on to the last little piece we have, and it's kind of giving it all the way back up. So it's all the way down under 150s. SpaceX $75. I'll buy it. 50, 75, 25, 15 to 20, 120, 140 at 20, at 50. SpaceX under 100 at 50, 15 cents on the dollar. 70s, 130s. SpaceX at 21, under 100. Let it drop and catch bounces. Jensen looks worried in your thumbnail. Yeah. SpaceX at 80. Yeah, I mean, these numbers are kind of crazy, dude. You know? 75, 50. I mean, I don't really hate that. I mean, I'd probably buy it down there too, really. But,
Might get in, at $5 or $10.
yeah, like I said, gold drops to 10 cents, an ounce.
I'm in.
Sign me up, dude. Sign me up, right? I'm in it,
Yeah.
The best stock pick of all time. Gold at 10 cents.
Absolutely.
I'm now down.
What is aluminum spot price at? Just out of curiosity. I'm just curious. I mean, that's good.
Aluminum spot?
Whatever. I mean,
Spot is spot Brit means like actual, like physical, right? So like where physical gold prices are. Gold, like I look at gold futures, so it's not spot. It's futures. Let me see if I can find aluminum futures. I gotta remember. I remember most of these symbols, but AL, I think it's a symbol. No.
Well, actually, I was specifically talking about aluminum spot price just because, like, I'm sure people do buy aluminum on the, on the computer, but I base that on like drop off prices at like collection centers and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Crash today, but July will have a new all-time high for stock markets. I'll buy SpaceX at 117s. What a crude spike.
But I am curious about futures too, so.
Did crude just spike? Okay, so crude back over 70s. It's been rising back up. I mean, a little bit more tensions there in the Middle East. We talked about this earlier. A little bit more tensions. A little bit more, I'm not going to say escalation, but some tankers tried to get through and they got reversed, and we had some other slightly escalatory things happen overnight. Nothing big, though. I don't think oil prices care that much. But we're back to $70 a barrel.
In the RGC, I mean, I don't think they actually hit them, but didn't they fire warning shots or something?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Yeah, I tried to look at ALI, but it won't let me look it up for futures, so I don't know. I've never thought about trading aluminum futures. And when I click on it, it doesn't let me actually look at it. Here, hold on.
Well, fine then. Thanks for all the help.
I know, Britt. Basically, I can't look at it. $70 a barrel, though, for crude. Look at crude. Crude's sitting at 70s. I bought an entry position at SpaceX and will dollar cost average as it drops diamond hands. You guys know me, dude. I'm big Papa Paper Hands over here. I'm trying to make that nickname stick. And so I got to do what I can to, keep that nickname.
That's a terrible nickname.
It's just
31.75 per metric ton, according to Solar Winds.
Yeah. Check Alibaba. I look at futures so much, I started to put slashes in front of like stocks. Like yesterday, I did /MU. But no, Alibaba down to 90s here, dude. Yeah, so
every time I hear Alibaba, I just think of Aladdin.
Yeah, well, that's where the name comes from. But
I know it's irritating for some reason.
Yeah, Alibaba seems kind of risky right now too. It's slumped a lot as well. Maybe just tensions. It's like my guess here. If I mean, it's already dropping some, but honestly, really, my guess. I don't even think what I was gonna say about it makes sense. Alibaba's just had a hard time. They got rid of the CEO. A bunch of stuff happened, so I don't know. I don't really like investing in Alibaba. It's too volatile. It's too hard to predict what the government over there is doing, to be honest. And they have a lot of sway over companies there. So like, I don't know. Well, I would say Baba looks cheap here, but I have no idea. You know.
Wasn't that the CEO of Alibaba disappeared for like a year? Wasn't that him, or was that somebody else?
Yeah, that was him. He came back, but he's not the CEO anymore. So,
okay.
Yeah, and that's why like it's too hard to predict what Baba's gonna do. Does anybody like Alibaba here? Again, let me know. I'm not really interested in investing in it personally. Or maybe it's not Aladdin, but
it was Aladdin.
Panels.
Remember Prince Ali? Yes, it is he.
Yeah, so there's 7 stories. So 1001 Nights, the Arabian Nights stories. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're 2 different stories, apparently. I don't know.
I don't care. It still reminds me of Aladdin. Didn't really matter if it's actually related or not. I'm just saying
you're wrong.
What it does for me.
You're wrong, is what they're saying.
I will never be wrong. And actually, if you are wrong, just never admit it.
I heard it. The chat yelled it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's talking about strategy here. Look, and again, I'm even scared to look at strategy. $84 a share for strategy. Look at a yearly chart. Yikes, dude. Strategy has gone from $457 a share back in late July last year to $85 at the lows today. $85. So it's gone from almost $500 down to under $100. You know, very large percentage drops. Roughly 80% down versus where it was 12 months ago. Not a small percentage, guys. Some say 80% is a pretty big drop. And yeah, strategy is just, does anybody want to buy strategy here? It depends on how much you believe in the 4-year cycle of Bitcoin and crypto. 4-year cycle meaning we generally run for 3 years, pull back and have a bear market for a year, and then run for 3 years and then pull back and have a bear market for a year. That's the 4-year cycle. But man, this thing is down a lot. Does anybody want to buy strategy here? Even if Bitcoin survives, a lot of people are speculating that strategy is in trouble regardless. So Michael Saylor stopped making public appearances. Did he stop posting? He was posting for a while. Did he stop? No, just buy Bitcoin. DCA strategy here if you believe Bitcoin. Crypto won't be back until 17-year-olds have money. No trades today. I haven't traded today yet, no. I've gotten into no trades today, sir. If you want to trade, though, like I said, use my coupon code BGT at all major prop firms. I appreciate the love. I mean, we made a lot yesterday, though. Like, yesterday... Here's my profit from yesterday. So we made a good bit yesterday. What do we run yesterday in terms of accuracy? We did pretty good here, pretty good. You know, we ran 65% yesterday. Made about $687 before fees. So pretty good yesterday. I mean, we, surprisingly enough, we longed a lot yesterday into the bearishness. It still got out somehow ahead. It's still risky. Buy or sell today? I don't know. Chat, buy or sell right now in broad markets. What do you guys think? SpaceX actually just jumped up a little bit more here, though. Here's SpaceX right now. So SpaceX at 150s. We're at 151.70s for SpaceX. So SpaceX just jumped up. Maybe filling some of that gap. Let's see if we can get back up there. Nokia. Well, where's Nokia at now? 13s. I don't know. Hold, buy. Disney, where's Disney at? Disney's under 100. I'm out of Disney though now. I sold it at 115s or whatever. I sold it 120s.
How dare you abandon Disney?
Yeah, AMD pawn's telling me over 500s here. Hit 560s a couple days ago though. Still at 500s. Sideways for AMD. Someone should rename the company Spacex and watch the market cap go up. Yeah, with egg prices maybe, my friend. Yeah, if you want to check out Lucid, help support your friend here. I appreciate the love. You get to check out Apex again. They still have 90% off Lucid. You can get 50% off 2 times if you haven't used it yet. Direct to fund it is $420 if you use if you use the BGT code to get 50% off. Lucid Flex, the best rules in funding, in my opinion. Once you're funded on Lucid Flex, check them out right here. Use code BGT. Help support the channel here. I'll pin it to the top of the chat. I appreciate the love, guys. Thanks so much. Let me start getting ready to trade. We had the 8 a.m. scrum here, but we're watching gold as well today. Gold bounced right at 4K. Dipped under it for a little while though, but you know, this is why whole dollars matter for stuff like this here, because like we dipped under 4,000 for a little while, but you can see we had big drops down to 4,000 and then consolidation, which may be because some investors and traders are finding this a value level at 4K. You know, there's 4,000 right there, and now we're back up here. It doesn't mean we're not going to continue down like this. Like that's definitely possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but you know, we could. Or maybe 4,000 holds it up, but I'm going to be watching gold today and maybe get some trades in on gold if we can get some good stuff going. Crypto's been scary, for sure. Again, Apple, I'm going to be paying attention to Apple today, obviously, just to maybe get an influence on what everything else does. Device makers are nervous about high memory prices. Apple's raising prices, negatively reacted yesterday. One of the big reasons we dropped so much at the opening bell yesterday was Apple. So just be careful today, guys. What's up, Faye?
Hey, Faye. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Faye. NVIDIA under 195. Beats any other buying opportunity. Yeah, I mean, I like NVIDIA long-term for sure. New Spaceballs movies coming out. I mostly buy Flex accounts. I don't blame you, Drops, because Flex accounts probably the way. Please, guys, buy NVIDIA here. I'm
don't
on
have high
4K exactly. Still holding. I'm going to let you finish, Brent. No, I'm just joking. Go ahead, dude.
No, it's fine. It wasn't important. I'm just saying I don't have high hopes for the new Spaceballs movie, personally.
Yeah, they're making... I'm, like... I don't know. I look at it kind of like Happy Gilmore. You know, like, I liked Happy Gilmore. The first one was a great childhood movie of mine. But now... And Happy Gilmore 2 was good. Was it great? No, it was good. It was good enough. It was nostalgic enough to get me interested in it. But like, I think you have to go into it understanding that kind of dynamic. Is Spaceballs going to be the biggest, like, sci-fi spoof comedy of the century? No, but it might be nostalgic and funny nonetheless.
No, I mean, I'll give it a shot. You know, I mean, it is still Mel Brooks. You know, I'm just saying, like, and not that like the second. Like, you know, the Happy Gilmore sequel was bad, like you said, but they basically just remade Happy Gilmore, and then the only problem I really had with it was like the ending golf tournament, which just a little too silly even for Happy Gilmore, especially like the, you know, cutting the tendon thing so they could twist all the way around and hit a super long drive. That was just kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just too picky though. I don't know. Maybe I'm just mad at ruined my my childhood memories.
Yeah. I mean, are they bringing back what's his name? Rick Moranis?
Rick Moranis?
Guessing,
oh,
no.
yeah, dude. I mean, like, yeah.
Oh, he's coming back?
Yeah, they're bringing him back.
Oh, good, dude.
Pretty sure he dark helmet again. I'm not certain.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, honestly, part of it for me is that, you know, John Candy's gone, and I just don't want to see a Spaceballs movie without John Candy.
Yeah, he was a good guy. Faye says, John, thoughts on Microsoft. I wonder if I should start closing for a loss. Are you in Microsoft? What's the plan with it, though, Faye? And what's your entry price? I mean, I'm not an investment professional, of course. You guys know. But what's the plan, I guess, with Microsoft? Where are you in? Where'd you get in at? How long? I mean, what's the time frame of the? Is it an investment? Is it a trade? Is it a swing trade? Is it a, you know, shorter term trade? Like, what are you doing with it? Strategy.
Yeah,
they have a liquidity problem. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Max. Or we were.
And I agree with you, Matt.
Yeah, so yeah, my average price is at 415. Is 30% off my portfolio. I heard it's in trouble. Yeah, I mean, look, it's been dipping for sure. I mean, look, I'm not necessarily. It depends on how long you're wanting to hold it. I think long term you're still probably going to be okay, but probably is the key word there. There's always risks, so just be careful. What do you guys think? Long term, will Microsoft be okay? You know, she said her entry
Truly.
price is like 415. So what do you guys think? Long term, what do you guys think? We are macro soft right now.
I mean, you know, you never know. It's happened before, but I just don't feel like a company that size is just going to go away. I think they'll pivot, or they'll just be okay how they are.
Too much money's propped to it, I think.
Yeah.
So I think you got to look at it in that lens as well.
I agree.
Raytheon is boosting production to 2,500 units. I don't see any other big news today. It's Friday though, guys. Shorts the 324s. Long term is going to be okay. Depends on how you define long term, though. I define long term as like 10 years plus. Right now, long term is 27 or 28. Windows are still the most used operating system, right? Yeah. Microsoft will be back to its highs within 5 years. Yeah. I mean, long term, I think you're probably good. But short term, just be careful. I'm not telling you not to sell because I don't know what it's going to do. But yeah. Microsoft is a compounder. Yeah. Microsoft more or less stagnant from 2010 to 2019. Yeah. Let's see what we get. Yeah, oil has fallen all the way back down though over the last few minutes here. Look at oil. So oil back down under 70s again. Pretty movie here this morning for oil. 69.70s now under the 200 EMA on a short-term chart. Be careful. There's always risks with stuff like this, but
yeah, Raytheon apparently also received a $1.1 billion contract from the Navy.
Yeah, I saw that.
With hardware and software for military sales. I mean, gee, who'd have thought that was going to happen?
Microsoft was stuck between 30 and 45 for a decade. Yeah, the problem is that they force updates too much, is what I hate about Microsoft. Even if you pause updates or turn updates off, they'll still force them. And like that.
They happen very often.
No, they do. They happen way too much, right? Like I don't need an update every week, bro. And again, really what they're doing is they're pulling data. Is what they're doing. Like that's why they want to do it so much. They have to correlate, like, hey, you're pissing people off with these updates. Maybe this is not the best thing to do, but I think the data is what they're doing. Nasdaq's starting to climb though here. So Nasdaq has climbed back up a little bit. Still red on the day. Still under 29.5. Still at 29.427s. Previous closing price was 29.760 or so. So still red on the day, but we're starting to bounce back a little bit. Very choppy open this morning though. Not a lot of easy price action to capitalize on today. But it's Friday, guys.
Also, just out of curiosity, I mean, like maybe somebody in the chat knows this. I know that Raytheon now is specifically like a military contractor, or at least for the most part. But I mean, have they historically always been a contractor, or did they used to do something else?
So yeah, they're not. I mean, I don't.
I mean,
know
I'm
if
really
they used
asking.
to be
Like,
yeah.
I'm not just asking you. I'm also asking the chat. I'm just curious. Like, what did they start out as, or did they come into existence as, like, you know, a military contractor?
Yeah, I'll have to go look. The chat probably knows this better than me. I never watched Raytheon.
Of course, they know better than you.
Much cheaper. Yeah, they know everything better than me apparently.
I'm just teasing you.
I'll hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button, guys. Hit the notification bell. We appreciate it.
Absolutely, we do. Thank you for all the support, everybody.
Yeah, I don't mind the updates. The problem is that there's instability after the updates is the issue, right? Like, so we'll get updates from them, and if the updates ran clean, fine. But we'll get updates, and then my computer will act weird for a week, and then sometimes I'll get another update that hopefully fixes it. But it's just kind of like they're messing with it too much. Is SPY bullish or bearish today? I mean, I would say most things are bearish. It depends on what the context of what we're looking at, though. I mean, they're down, but they're not down crazy amounts this morning. Maybe what, like 0.5%, 0.4%, whatever that is, on the SPY or the S&P. SPY is the S&P. But what we're really looking at is the slumps we put in yesterday for a lot of these. But again, the S&P less tech heavy than like the NASDAQ here, which had big drops from Apple specifically and more microchip corrections yesterday. So you can see the NASDAQ's drop here. It's not small. The S&P a little bit more diversified out of tech, and so it's doing okay. But most things are red this morning. Some things are really red since yesterday. Real quick though, hold on. Let's see what the Nasdaq's doing here. I see the Nasdaq climbing here. Says oil semi is down 10%.
Okay, thanks, Sonny.
Yeah, it is. Oil semi is down that much. More than that, maybe right now. Yeah, it looks like it's down 15% right now. Just doing the math in my head or so. Maybe a little bit less, like 12 or 13% actually. But yeah, oil semi is down. Device creators, so they're device makers, so they are struggling just like Apple is. Nervous about things just like Apple is. I don't know. I don't know if we should go in long or short. I'm not telling you guys to do anything. Circuit City. I never got to go to Circuit City, bro. I always put it to. If I did, like, it was like a treat, you know.
I hated walking around Circuit
What?
City.
You did? Wow.
I didn't like it. No,
Video games, bro.
because all my parents
Computers,
ever. Yeah, but they also did like washing machines and dishwashers and stuff like that. And all my parents ever did when we went there was walking around looking at those kinds of appliances, and I hated that stuff as a kid.
Yeah, but dude, my parents would bring me to Circuit City, and they would just be like, you know, you're free now. Like, go do whatever you want here. And I would just go straight to the video game section and look at all the computers and play with the, you know, joysticks and like all that stuff when I would go.
Yeah, my parents made me stay by them, so you got lucky.
No, dude, my parents never made me stay with them. I would go freaking cause problems in the store. My parents would just be like, "John, you're free now. We're going to our thing. John, go away." And I'd be like, "All right, fair. I don't want to be by washing machines anyway."
You were problem, John.
You're breaking up a little bit, but yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Dude, what?
Hello?
Yeah, sorry, that was actually intentional. I did that on purpose.
I know that. Honestly, I genuinely knew that because I was like, it sounded a lot like, "Look, can you hear me?" I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah.
Was you. I would show every aisle. Yeah. This one choice explains the whole trajectory of John and Brick's life.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe,
so.
dude.
Listen, I can get behind that. You know.
Yeah. Uber stock. Yeah, I mean, I like Uber, but it's been in the wake of a pullback as well. I mean, Uber's down 30% since September of last year. I like Uber too. I mean, I think Uber's going to be fine. I mean, margins is the question for Uber, but I think Uber's okay.
Why do you think they're having a little bit of a downturn then? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. Honestly, I think, maybe gas prices make sense, but they're not really down that much since March. They're more down since last year.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's margin related. Let me look at Uber's revenue graph.
You're totally right, Jonna.
Yeah, so Uber here. I mean, I don't know. Their revenue trends are pretty solid. I'll have to look at margins, though, see how that's affecting them. Yeah, it is margins. So their last couple quarters, they posted very small revenue. Yeah, so, or very small earnings. You know, they had a really good quarter. They hit 3.11s. The following quarters, they hit 16 cents a share and 13 cents a share. So not really consistent profits is what this is. Gold started to dip. Didn't really. Yeah, I see oil coming down a little bit. Gold. Again, I looked at yields today. They were kind of flat. I don't know if I would call this a dip though. I mean, gold. Everybody's watching 4,000 price point for gold. You know. So everybody's, you know, looking at 4K, seeing if gold can hold over 4,000. Yeah, watching SpaceX. SpaceX is holding oil under 70 still, but it's moving back up. We'll see if the opening bell brings some type of volatility. You know, I'm not going to... It depends on what the opening bell brings, but I might look for ranges today. It's Friday. A lot of the time we get big moving ranges today or on Fridays, and so it's Friday. We don't have no trend, and we ain't got ish to do but trade ranges today. Maybe I would never stop using that joke. I will never stop.
I knew it was coming. I've been waiting for it for about 30 minutes.
Real quick though, look at the NASDAQ fall. All right, NASDAQ is dipping under 200, the 200 exponential here. Look at this candle on the NASDAQ. It looks big, but if I zoom out on another chart, it's not the biggest candle, but it Let's see, Al Arabia sources say that America handed over 22 Iranians from the crew of a detained oil tanker to Pakistan. It seems de-escalating, but...
Yeah. I mean, I see Christian Fisher will replace the chairman of Bosch Board of Management. That's in Germany's 2027 federal budget is finalized. I doubt it's anything news related.
I seriously thought it was Thursday.
I've been wrong before. I did too when I was checking the financial calendar. Actually, I messed up earlier.
Honestly, I knew it was Friday today. Y'all gotta
John?
Get better. I just knew. I knew it in my heart. Today was Friday.
Innately, huh?
Yeah,
it just felt like a Friday.
I just freaking knew. But nice V-shaped recoveries. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm almost gonna buy the NASDAQ here. You know what? I am buying the NASDAQ. I bought the NASDAQ here. I don't hate where it's at on the volume profile. If it gets under 370, I'm cutting it, though. And we're gonna start small and see if we can build up a cushion on the day, and then add to that cushion if we get something like that. Is what the plan is.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, well, again, small size. We got a nice little bounce there right around the 200 EMA. We'll see if it holds. A lot of the time, algorithms buy stuff up at the 200 exponential. So we'll see if that dynamic helps us here, but we'll give it a second. I'm still looking at news.
Speaking of Friday, I owned you on Hill Divers yesterday.
I don't know, bro. Here, I'm gonna take a little bit off here. There was a game where I got like 122 and you got like 70, bro. I don't think you did. I think Chris was even impressed.
Support role.
Chris was impressed. Chris was like, "Dang, look at John." He didn't say, "Dang, look at Britt." He was like, "Dang, look at John." I heard him say I was the greatest one time.
He was just trying to make you feel good. Is what it was. Like,
yeah, maybe, bro. Maybe.
See,
on semi bought Synaptics for $8 billion. I'm looking for today trading session to be bearish market sentiment. Yeah, we took a little bit of profit at the top here. We got a little cushion now, but now we're kind of retracing fast. So I'm going to give it a second, though. I see Germany's 2027 federal budget finalized. Initial German budget cap of 21 billion euros has been fully closed. Finance minister must draw upon a substantial portion of reserves of 9.7 billion euros for next year. What do you think about Wendy's? A lot of talk has been here. I'll come back to this trade. We're in it. I'm watching it. There's been a lot of talk. What's Wendy's? It's WEN.
Yeah.
Wendy's has been moving here for.
Why is everybody obsessed with Wendy's?
Well, because it's been volatile, right? So Wendy's it was earnings for Wendy's, right? That drove this move. But Wendy's was $6 on Tuesday. Went all the way to $9.50. So big percentages. And then yesterday fell from $9 all the way down to 7s and under 7s for a little bit yesterday evening. And then bounced back a little bit. So it's volatile and it's moving is what Wendy's is doing. Also, I'm cutting this trade now. I'm basically flat in the trade. But yeah, I got out. Wendy's squeeze shorts. New spicy chicken sandwich. Trash.
How dare you, Boomdoc? Wendy's does not suck.
Oh yeah, it's from Wall Street Bets. You're right, Dre. Yeah, it's Wall Street Bets. You're right. I did hear about that. So Wendy's has been moving specifically from like a squeeze scenario. Seriously, need a better system. I can never sleep more than 2 hours at a time here in the Philippines. Leave the charts on while I nap and occasionally wake up in a frenzy and trip over myself to adjust a trade. Yeah, that's how it goes, dude. Hours are different there.
power nap all day, basically, off and on. I couldn't do that. I would feel terrible.
If I can nap for like an hour, I'm fine. If I nap for 3 hours, I wake up like I've been freaking attacked. Yeah.
I'm just a bad napper, is what I'm saying.
Wendy's is where I belong. News in 4 minutes. Oh, we have the yeah, we do have some news coming out in 4 minutes. It's not really market moving, but we'll watch it like it is. Again, we have the trade balance data. Yeah, the goods trade balance. It's the balance between imported and exported goods. Currently, we're at negative 85 billion, which means that we are importing a lot more than we're exporting. And that's kind of the dynamic of the United States, is that we import far more than we export. You know, we import from China and others. So we'll see what happens here. But yeah, it drops in 3 minutes. I don't think it's market moving, but we'll look at market dynamics with it as well anyway. Is this the beginning of the AI bubble collapse? Wendy's used to be my favorite.
I just have nostalgic memories. I used to make John take me to Wendy's late at night sometimes because it was the only place that was open late back then.
No, you would maybe take you to Jack in the Box, bro. And your dad would always want a Frosty. He would always want a shake, an Oreo shake, bro. He'd be like,
"That is true." No. It was a chocolate. It was a chocolate shake. And anytime my dad knew, my dad knew one of my friends was coming over, he was just call him back and ask him to pick me up a shake on the way, just so he wouldn't have to get out and do it.
Yeah, we were the shake plug. You know, this is what we were.
And they always did it. But you know, my dad was cool. So.
Yeah, he was cool. He was cool. As a teenager, yeah, I didn't mind going doing it. Now he's got to pay me. No, I'm just joking. Bro, we are #1 debt exporters. I'm marinating a steak right now. The yellow box Wendy's was peak. Yeah, I mean, Wendy's is up big because Wall Street Bet loves it, apparently. So they've been talking it up, pushing it. It's not super heavily shorted from my understanding, though. So, Wall Street Bets loves a short squeeze. But I have to look at the short percentage on Wendy's. Am I wrong there? Is it heavily shorted?
No.
Well, the dollar index strength has been mostly from high yields. But, you know, since we had lower yields yesterday and the day before, you know, yields have been falling. So the dollar index has been falling. You know, why? Because there's a lot of reasons. But the dollar index... People use the US dollar to buy bonds when yields are high. And so high yields can strengthen the dollar in that regard. And there's other dynamics of it too, but with yields going down, the dollar index has been falling a little bit the last few days, but it's still up. It's still up a lot. It's still elevated from, you know, weeks ago.
Wendy's is rebranding to burgers and data centers.
Yeah.
Kind of like
when's their pivot to
pivoting
AI?
to AI?
Yeah, when's their pivot to AI? All right, guys, here we go. We got less than a minute before the goods trade balance data. Yeah, I don't eat at fast food anymore, really. Like any of them.
Me either.
You know, I'll eat at Five Guys, but that's about it.
I was gonna eat it I think Wendy's. You know, they say all never frozen patties, all that stuff. So it's supposed to be decent quality. So I mean, I would eat there. You know, with other options, I guess.
All right, guys. 25 seconds until the goods trade balance data. Let's see what we get here. NASDAQ did jump over. Sorry, you're breaking up a bit. I don't mean to keep cutting you off.
No, it's okay. I mean, we've been having trouble since we started. So
yeah, 10 seconds, guys. 10 seconds. Let's see what the goods trade balance is. Again, I don't think this is going to move markets here. I'll put the NASDAQ up so we can watch it, but I don't think this is going to move markets. But here's the data right now. Negative 105.8 billion. So now we are importing far more than expected versus exporting. Again, they expected negative 85 billion ratio. Now it's showing 105.8 billion negative ratio. So again, they're showing that we're kind of importing a lot more than we're exporting by a bigger margin than expected here. Again, I don't know if this is going to help or hurt markets. Here's the data right there in the chat. But so far, NASDAQ is up a little bit. So let's see if it holds now. Still climbing. Hit 400s though on this. It's wiggling a little bit from this data, believe it or not, but all right, so we're dipping down to 385s here, 385s. Let's see if we hold. But yeah, the data came out. You can see it in the chat right now. Yeah, I banned that guy, Britt. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Who?
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We can talk about it later.
Does the market want a stronger dollar here? Maybe. Let's take a look at the dollar here. NASDAQ kind of flat, but wiggling a little bit from the release. The dollar index, I mean, it's down on the day, but that's just from lower yields. Yields are lower. I don't know if yields are lower today specifically, but they're down for sure over the last 2 days. PCE data, even though it was over 4%, was still better than expected in a lot of people's minds. So, but yields, yeah, they've climbed up a little bit today, actually. But again, you can kind of see the net effect of this. Here's a 5-year chart. Here's yesterday. I had a PCE and GDP data. This is when the data came out. Yields did fall, but they were in a downward trend anyway with lower oil prices, right? So lower oil prices means less inflation, which means more green light to cut interest rates, or less justification in raising rates with potentially lower inflation from lower oil is really what we're seeing here. And if you look at oil, oil's down pretty big on the day too. It's at 69s. Was at 71.5. So Netflix is a great deal from this level. I like Netflix too here. Have you entered the NASDAQ? I bought a little bit earlier and then got out pretty much break even, and now we're kind of flat on the day. The NASDAQ's just not giving us an easy trend. We are at the 200 exponential here, though, so like I am watching it, but you know, I don't think the trades have been necessarily easy today with everything going on. I just don't think there's many easy trades to get into right now. So yeah, I just don't know if there's any easy trades. Yeah, I mean, I don't ban people that easily, but like if all you're saying is negative stuff and I've never really seen you before, you're just gonna get booted out of here.
I'm assuming somebody was saying mean stuff about me. That's okay.
It wasn't too mean. They were just being weird, you know.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate your protective nature, John. You know, nonetheless.
Yeah, like I said, the weirdest people in the chat are usually people that have tried to start their own channel. Like we got a guy that's super freaking weird that has like watched for years, but he like tries to make like slot videos, and like his channel looks to be really struggling. And usually those are the most insecure people. Like, so like it's usually like not competitors, but people that are just kind of insecure about what they're doing. And you know, some
Haters.
of them just don't. Yeah, they don't really have any emotional control, so they just kind of sit there and be weird. Just strange. You know, I feel for him. Yeah. I genuinely kind of feel bad for him. But yeah, the NASDAQ is dropping down. We're at 29,380s. John, any way to remove the gray volume profile from the Trade of 8 chart? Yeah, you can remove it. You go to chart settings, click this to get rid of the volume profile on Trade of 8.
Papa John safeguarding us. I just like the idea of calling you Papa John.
That's my name, bro. Listen, use it. Let's see where some support levels are in the NASDAQ here. Yeah. So maybe 370s could be a support level. I almost want to buy this. Again, it looks like a trend day. We'll see how hard the trend breaks at the opening bell, if the trend breaks. But it looks like a trend, a range day. I mean, we'll see how hard the range breaks at the open. But so far, we've been just kind of ranging back and forth here. Bitcoin just popped though. Did it really? Let's see. Where's Bitcoin? We're at 59,770s here.
I mean, I see a green candle on it.
John, do you use NASDAQ 0? Yeah, I mean, it jumped up a little bit. It's basically flat on the day. I see, John, do you use the NDX 0-day to expiry options data? No, not really. I mean, I look at volume profile, but I mostly use a mix of milestone levels. So I'll look at like whole dollar numbers, isolation. You know, you got to remember, technicals in trading is just self-fulfilling. And so when you look at technicals in trading, again, they're self-fulfilling, meaning people bet, like, they work because other people think they work. And so you're looking at psychology behind it. And when you look at psychology, you have to look at what's obvious on the chart. So you look at like isolated levels. So like big lows that are really obvious, like here or here. big highs and peaks that are really obvious. Psychological levels like whole dollar numbers like 29.5 or 30,000 or 31,000 or 29,000, like big psychological whole dollar numbers and more. If you use a mix of all of them, you ride the trend, and you look at the volume profile as well to kind of see where the highest volume areas are and kind of avoid those sometimes with trends. You can get into some good trades, but still bullish on strategy.
That was a good explanation, John. And by the way, thanks for the love, chat. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. Talk about food. I'm tired. Don't do it. Nasdaq starting to flush.
Somebody mentioned food.
Meatballs. We're at 370s. Yeah, we're just kind of sideways and rangy. Stretch will be the downfall of Michael Saylor. Yeah, you might not be wrong, bro. Patterns and moving averages. I look at moving averages as well. I look at 200 exponential on a 1 minute chart. I look at VWAP regardless of the chart. I look at head and shoulders. Like, I use a little bit of it all in trading. I'm not super indicator heavy. I usually kind of shoot for a mix of everything, and if I can find confluence with all of it, then that's probably the best case scenario, if that makes sense. Like, finding confluence with multiple different things at once is usually the best bet. It gives you the highest edge, the biggest percentage chance to make money. It's sometimes hard to wait for, but
patience is key, though. Right?
We're a pretty loving group. Yeah, most people are pretty cool. She's doing better with the plants, but it's hit or miss, dude. It's hit or miss. Bitcoin popped and dropped. Popping and dropping this morning. Yeah. I'm going to throw it in sub-only mode here, though, guys. Might get rid of some of the weird people. NASDAQ down to 360s here.
Up and drop.
Yeah. And like maybe I communicate with the chat a lot, so like I communicate with the chat. I'm able to moderate the chat pretty easily, just because like I spend the whole time talking to the chat. And so if we get somebody weird, we can just kick them out of here pretty easily.
Yeah.
I'm still here. What's up, Matt? Jared? Sailor needs to buy 5 billion worth of Bitcoin. I took a 0.35 Bitcoin 30x short. Hey, good luck, Deckers. You should be good there, dude. What's up, Jay? Yeah, I'm watching gold today as well, but the NASDAQ looks bearish here. Look at these drops in the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ just fell more. We get a little bounce off short it. A little bounce. Or not even like, I don't know. We're right around the POC. I think I'm just going to wait. Maybe like 335s. Let's see how big this drop is. We're watching yields. I wish gold would dip for stacking longer in one day. Looks like it's raging to me. I mean, I don't know. Look at this candle right here on the NASDAQ. So we're starting to dip. Maybe about to 350, I'll jump in. If it's a quick bounce, maybe, but I don't know if I should necessarily like take a trade right at the POC here. Wait, that's not the POC. POC is 360. But we're starting to trend red. Let's see what's driving this move. Oil's still falling down. It looks to be Nvidia still falling. So look at Nvidia here, guys. So Nvidia's driving some of this move down. 192.90s. Chips and tech have been scary. Your 200 short setup worked. Yeah, 200 exponential. One of my favorite short ideas that I take with these trades is looking for us to dip under the 200 exponential and then short that. But it's not perfect for sure. Depends on how much we're ranging. Everything's falling. Bitcoin is crashing. Is it crashing? Let's see. I mean, it's definitely crashing. Oh, you're right. Look at that gap down in Bitcoin. It's at 59s right now. So Bitcoin is falling right now, chat. Y'all be careful. Bitcoin is not small.
I'm showing it at 59,100. Is that what you're seeing?
Yeah, it's right around 59 once. If you want to look, well, yeah, you could probably look at Bitcoin futures, Brit. If you ever want to look at Bitcoin futures, it's slightly different prices. Gold's falling too here. I see some people talking about news, and I think they're right.
Probably. Israel Defense Minister warned that. That.
I see that, but I don't know if that's really what's moving.
No, that was 6 minutes ago. So
yeah, there's been verbiage from both of them like recently. I don't know if that's what this is.
Yeah, I just don't see anything.
We can see what yields are doing. Let's see what yields are doing. Treasury yields are short term. They're not moving much at all. So this is just Bitcoin and gold slumping. Nasdaq's falling too. I was talking about if we bounced the 350, I might short. We bounced the 350 and then we went right back down. This is where I start to get interested in a short, but I might have missed it. Are y'all red or green on the day, chat? What are you guys, red or green? Crude too. Yeah, crude is down. Nvidia is what's, again, driving the Spacex is pulling back to 151s. So due to the channel, love it. Yesterday you advised to hit live at 2x. When you get a chance, can you explain how? Yeah, so sometimes like latency causes lag in people's connections, and so they'll get delayed on the stream, and they'll sometimes just be oblivious to the fact that they're late on the stream. They're behind. The way you counter that is you can hit the live button and then put it in 2x speed, and it'll catch up to the stream. I think it'll stay in 2x speed, but I might be wrong. But yeah, you can catch up to the stream every now and then if you just hit the live button. Make sure you're caught up. You know.
That's what I do, because I've tried to do the 2x speed and all that, and it just auto adjust back to regular speed for me. And I'm not saying to do that for everybody. Yeah.
I mean, that might be true. Let me see. Hit live.
It doesn't do it immediately, usually, but it just does it every few seconds. I have to keep changing the setting.
Gold bouncing for 40.10s. Looks like Netflix will do great today. Oh, dude, I'm kind of frustrated I didn't get in that short. Yeah, gold's starting to fade down too, but look at the Nasdaq. It's getting down to this low of the day level here. Right around the low of the day. Not quite, but close. Low of the day is technically 286s, but we're getting to some of these lows here. I should have taken that 350 short. Ugh, dude, we rejected right at 350. Yeah, all good. Yeah, I'm in the gold short. Bitcoin is done. Stick a fork in it. Yeah. $294% implied upside on the 1-year target price on strategy. Do we have any strategy bulls? Like MSTR is what I'm talking about with strategy. Anybody want to buy strategy or MicroStrategy here?
Thanks for clarifying, because I really thought you were just talking about like trading strategy at first.
Yeah, I mean, look, what's driving this downward move is Nvidia here, though, guys. Look at Nvidia. So Nvidia is slumping down some right now.
Where is Nvidia right now?
It's at 192.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, widespread tech sell-off is hitting chip makers, which is struggling to establish a 4. Shares went down. Yeah, look at Nvidia continue to fall. It's at 192.20s here for Nvidia. So Nvidia is still slumping down. Not a small amount here. Hell no. No. Not yet. Yes. Regarding MicroStrategy buy. Bitcoin in 30s. No way. All right, we're at 325s right now with the NASDAQ here. Let's see if Nvidia finds a bottom, but NASDAQ's right around this bottom too. I gotta be careful today. We're basically flat, but
Let's see. Guillermo says I think Ether has the better long-term play.
ETH, yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
assuming
maybe.
that's Ether.
Yeah, that's ETH. That's Ethereum.
Ethereum.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I want to
Oh,
buy puts.
forgive me, guys.
Yeah, no, you're good, dude. All right, so here's a bounce back here. We are starting to pop back a little bit on the NASDAQ. Here's a short-term moving average at 335s or so, though. It really just depends on if NVIDIA keeps slumping down into the opening bell today. It's a little scary right now, for sure. Jason, I don't know how to respond to that comment, Jason Richardson. You know, Bitcoin's main value prop was speculative outperformance, AI scene, and taking that mojo. Bitcoin is flaccid for foreseeable future. I'm gonna start using that word to describe stocks. Flaccid. Get your minds out the gutter, guys. Get it out there. Don't even, you know. All right, guys. So we're at 340s here. 340s.
It doesn't have to be dirty. Flaccid is a great descriptor for many things.
Yeah, it is, honestly. It is. I'm going to start using it. I'm going to steal it. All right, so we're back up to 335s. Again, I'm curious to see. I'm tempted to short, but I also feel like this might be a little greedy shorting right here. Right, I'm tempted to short, but I feel like it might be a little greedy to short it. Irrational flaccidity. Yeah. Lip is better. Yeah. Flaccid biscuit. All right, guys, we're at 329s. ETH Bitcoin bleeds to Bitcoin. Yeah. I mean, look, Bitcoin does not look good right now. It really doesn't. But I believe maybe Bitcoin can do well. Let's see what NVIDIA does, though. NVIDIA, again, driving the slump. Where's Apple at? Apple, another reason markets are down. But Apple's actually green on the day. It had a terrible day yesterday, but it's actually green on the day today. It's still down substantially from yesterday at the open, but it's still trying. Green, some say is good. Yeah. Gordon Gecko. They're saying Bitcoin bounced back already? I don't know if it's a lot. This is just normal kind of price action for Bitcoin. Bitcoin moves. All right, so Iran's press TV says a communication line between the U.S. and Iran in the Strait of Hormuz has been established.
Okay.
Oil
Good.
at 69.5s. Is NVIDIA and MU two different things? Yeah, it is. You know, they piggyback off of each other, though. MU produces HBM, and NVIDIA needs HBM. But yeah, they're two different types of chips. They're both chip stocks, but they're in two different sectors of chips that piggyback off of each other, so to speak. Yeah, overnight, the Asian sessions, the Kospi index, had some volatility for sure. So, like, the Kospi index did the overnight sessions were sketchy. Spacex dipped all the way down to 150s. But yeah, like the Kospi index, SK Hynix, Samsung were very volatile. I believe the Kospi index had a circuit breaker halt. It paused for 20 minutes in the overnight session. So, yeah. NVIDIA here, chat, though, is down pretty big over the last few minutes here. Like 1 or 2%. It's No News Friday. We don't have much news today, to be honest, but markets are just scary heading into the day. Bitcoin. All right, so Al Arabia sources say the next round of U.S.-Iran negotiations will be on June 28th and 29th in Bergenstock. Yeah, so that's in 2 days. That's this weekend. Or that's Sunday and Monday. So we'll see how that goes. We get bad news there, maybe markets get even more scared. All right, it looks like we got kind of a head and shoulders here. I don't necessarily like the amount that we bounced. Hold on real quick. Look at this big retracement on this candle here on the NASDAQ. Something pushed this. We went all the way back up to 350. Should have taken the trade, but 350, and then we just got pushed all the way back down here. I'm guessing this is NVIDIA. Am I wrong there? Kind of. Still fading into potential lows. Hey, what's up, Keo? Yeah, I think they're probably going to wait, Steve, for some of this volatility to settle first. You know, it's probably not the best time to IPO an AI company with all the fears in AI going on. So I understand them pushing it. I think it makes sense. I think they probably should. Is it going to help sentiment right now in AI? No, but I mean, it's probably a smart move if you want to have a successful IPO right now. Hey, what's up, Code? How you doing, dude?
What's up, man?
Oracle under 150s.
Morning, Keo.
Yeah, NASDAQ down to 310s, 309s. So NASDAQ still falling. I'm looking at this isolated low here at 305s, obviously, like everybody else. We'll see if this level holds another bottom here, and we just get a big range today. But we're heading into the opening bell. Let me get I'll get a timer up for the open. But man. 37 minutes into the open. All right, look at that. We cracked that low level here. We're getting close to the lows of the day. I believe the low of the day is technically... We're not talking about the session. I'm talking about the actual low of the day here. I believe it's at 286 right now with the NASDAQ. So we're getting close to that. But we did break under some of these isolated levels here. I'm selling Bitcoin when I get back to my entry point of 125K. .am scrub approaching. Yeah, we got 7 minutes for the .am scrub. July 4th rip, baby. I'm selling Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, good luck, dude. All right, so look at this big bounce back here. I almost want to short this little pop too, though. You know what? I'll take a small trade here. We had a big day yesterday. We could probably handle it. So if we start to at least range back down here, we'll take one more piece. There's 2 contracts added. All right, we push up too much more. I'll get out, but. There's a drop. Well, this drop, I'm going to cut half of the position here just for risk management purposes. And we'll give it a little bit more time and be a little bit more loose on the rest. But a lot of it's going to depend on what chips do right here, to be honest. What's up, BT? Happy Friday to you as well. Fire sale today? I don't know, dude. Yeah, it doesn't cost 30,000. You use so I see somebody asking about how much it costs to trade the NASDAQ and stuff that I'm trading. I'm trading the micro NASDAQ, but you don't need to pay the full amount to trade. You only need to pay like a small fraction of that to do it. Hold on, real quick. We might be going green on this position. Let's see if we keep dropping here. There we go. I mean, I would take it with at least a couple grand if you're using a personal account, just because it's the NASDAQ especially is very whippy. Yeah. Hold on. See if the drop continues. It's gonna depend on Nvidia though. I think Nvidia was one of the pulling things down in the stock or in the Nasdaq here. Apple's starting to pull back a little bit as well. It'll be time to go long. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go long. I mean, maybe we're at the bottom of the range here. Maybe I should have stuck with range trading like I said earlier. I mean, we hit the bottom. Maybe we start to range back up. It is Friday, but I want to see if the bears pick up some control here. Very small trade. I'll add to it if it goes in my favor. Maybe. Yeah, maybe we get tweets. I don't know. Depends on the platform. Most of the time it's $50 to $100 per contract is that you need. But again, the NASDAQ moves whippy. So you can get stopped out quick with small amounts of money like that. Alright guys, we're still waiting here on the short side. Gold just jumped. We got the 9 a.m. scrum happening, so I will get out of this trade before then, most likely, unless we're deeply in the green before it. Which I believe we could be, but it's not looking like that right now. Let's see. It's taking too long. We're not really moving here. But the 9 a.m. scrum's coming. We could have volatility at 9 a.m., so I just got to be careful, especially in the wake of what's going on right now. Let me get a stop loss in here before the 9 a.m. scrum. Yeah, we put a stop loss up here. Okay, we might actually take a little bit off and limit our risk here ahead of this. We have 2 minutes until the 9 a.m. scrum. We'll put the stop loss back up just in case. Gold just jumped up to 40.70s here. Is there any news?
Let me look.
Could just be.
Oh no, you weren't asking
gold
specifically. Oh,
yeah. I see the upcoming negotiations between the U.S. and Iran will be technical and at the level of experts, with the presence of mediators.
Yeah,
they're going to be June 28th and 29th apparently. All right, so what I'm showing here is that Apple's pulling back, Nvidia's pulling back. Gold's jumping though right now. It's at 40.73s. All right, so here's the 9 a.m. scrum data though. You need to let your trades play out more. Yeah, I mean, you're probably right, but you also have to understand, like, I usually scalp the first couple $100 of profit on the day, and then I increase size once I have that. And so it helps me avoid big drawdowns. It's just the way with, like, psychologically, it helps me trade better to build up small cushions with small trades first. Like, we increase size if we can build up a cushion, and take longer trades if we can build up a cushion with more risk. But here's the 9 o'clock level here. This is the only thing I'm a little nervous about. So I'm trying to go for a 1-to-1 dynamic with this trade, but it's very small. We gotta wait. We made like $700 yesterday or something, and so we made a lot yesterday. I don't want to give it back being greedy. All right, here's the 9 o'clock level here. I will hold this trade, but we have a stop loss set up here. We're breaking down though, so all right, here's 9 o'clock right now. Here's 9 a.m. Let's watch it wiggle a little bit here. There's more drops.
Gold's jumping.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, gold's up to 40.80s right now. Okay. I'm gonna add to this position now.
Gold's pumping up too.
There we go. There we go. I'm gonna take one off here. Well, there's the cushion. You can probably take larger size now as long as we'll hold this break even. Let me get rid of this stop up here. No, go away. There we go. Yeah, this is the 9 a.m. 9 a.m. scrum kind of helped me. Gold got up to 40.81s. All right, I'm gonna cut this now on the second drop here and get out. So there's the cushion. We got a cushion now. Hey, what's up, Bruce? 29,253s here. Gold at 40.60s. Apple actually fading down some. So part of this drop is due to Nvidia and Apple. Nvidia was dropping for a little while, and then Apple kind of picked up the bear momentum. Look at Apple. So Apple down to 276. High memory prices making people nervous about device makers like Apple. Yeah, we got a cushion on the day now. Not a huge cushion, but we got one. And I don't know, how do you think the talks go over the weekend? You know, US and Iran are supposed to negotiate over the weekend more. How do you think those are going to go? I mean, you know, obviously, if we get big movement on either side or big sentiment changes on either side, we could have interesting markets Monday and Tuesday or beyond. Depends on how the talks go. Yeah, just to recap the morning, guys. Yeah, I see somebody mentioning in chat. Apple raised their prices because of memory fears and bottlenecks. So Apple, just to give you guys some understanding of why Apple dropped so much yesterday, which Apple is one of the most heavily weighted stocks in markets. And so it moves the rest of the market when bad news comes out for it. But just to put it, again, into perspective here, I'm trying to find it. I had the list talking about how much Apple raised. Yeah, so Apple raised prices. The specifics: MacBook Air raised $200 to $1,299. MacBook Pro up $300 to $1,999. MacBook Neo up $100 to $150 to $699. iPad Air up $150 to $749. iPad Pro up $200 to $1,199. Vision Pro up as well. So Apple raising prices. You know, and really it's not just them, like device makers in general are kind of sketchy right now. Look at ON Semi, you know, so that's kind of feeding the tech fear narrative. This morning that we got earlier in the week with chips, now it's kind of bleeding into device makers after Apple. So all right, so the Nasdaq's still falling here. Look. Yeah, we could dip down to like 265s. We did crack the lows of the day just now as well. Low of the day about 285s. Prior to this, we're at 282s right now. So the Nasdaq did just crack lows of the day with some more bearishness heading into the open. Hey, what's up, Blaze? Good morning, dude.
Morning, Blaze.
Yeah, so tech stocks still slumping on Friday today as shares of chip makers declined. Apple declined. Micron dropped 6.2%. Memory chip makers are scary right now. Is memory plays still fading? Let me see. Yeah, Micron's still fading down. Micron is right at the lows of the day here. Look at this. So this is also memory providers. Although it's still up from its earnings report as it should be, but Nasdaq crack lows of the day. We'll see if it holds. Xbox will be close to 1,000 soon. I hope not. Again, are you guys red or green on the day? I think I asked this earlier. I didn't really see the answers. New trading using a prop firm seems like I do a fair bit of scalping in and out. A few bucks. What I do hold for a bigger move tends to get stopped out. Any suggestions on strategies for passing? I mean, it depends on what you're doing. Everybody has different strategies for passing. The most reasonable strategy is probably to trade it like you would a funded account, slow and steady gains. You know, if you really want to, if it's too slow, you can trade multiple at a time and try to, you know, do it that way. I am different. It depends on what it is. Like if it's a 1 day to pass eval, sometimes I'll just swing for the fences. And then once I get funded, if you do it like that, though, the biggest thing you need to understand is once you're funded, you better reel it back in. And so everybody's different on how to pass it. It just depends on your strategy, your system. I usually do the same thing. I usually try evals with EOD options, and then I build up a cushion, because with EOD drawdowns, I can build up a $200, $300, $400, $500 cushion, and then my drawdown expands intraday, versus a trailing drawdown, intraday trailing, which follows you up no matter what. You're gonna have the same drawdown. So what I try to do with evals is I look for EOD options, which again, Lucid, you can use my code BGT, and they have EOD option, or they have all EOD evals, I'm pretty sure. Apex has EOD options now, but I look for those, and then I try to pass them like that, maybe trade multiple at a time. But again, everybody's different. Yeah, I like Lucid Flex. Lucid Flex takes 2 days to pass, but once you're actually funded, it's got some of the best rules in the game. That's why people like Lucid Flex. And again, if you want to help support the channel, check out Lucid Flex right here. I'll put it up in chat. Great way to help support the channel. Coupon code BGT.
We appreciate all the love, so helps out.
Yeah. Bulls are AFK right now. I see Anthropic's Mythos was scared DeepSeek, prompting its 7.5 billion fundraising. Yeah, Lucid Flex is good. Some of the best rules once you're actually funded. And once you're actually funded on a Lucid Flex account, no consistency rule, no DLL beyond your initial trail, right? So like that's really free options, and a EOD drawdown, so you can build up a cushion in the funded accounts as well and have nice gains from it. But man, look at the NASDAQ slump here. The chip sell-off continues. Scary. I like Tradeify. Tradeify is good. Tradeify has their select plans, right, with Tradeify. So, yeah, they've got their select options, which is good, right? Like you can pick your path, kind of like Lucid Flex. Cheap direct to funded on Tradeify as well. One thing, don't regret not getting into the entire move. Yeah, I like finding an edge specifically in regards to like building profits on the day and then using those profits to take more free, maybe more risk if I need to, so like that's kind of how I choose to do it. But everybody's different in that way. Like people take different strategies and trades, but I'm a big believer in like building up a small cushion first and then using that cushion to take more risk and potentially have bigger gains versus swinging for the fences initially. Like that might work and that might look good on your P&L at first, but like one wrong trade can kind of swing you back the other way. And I'm not always perfect at it either, like I will have days where I just do dumb stuff like everybody, but generally the more you trade, the better at avoiding those type of days you get. I like Top Step. Top Step's solid. All right, guys, we're at 268. What do you guys think the NASDAQ closes the year? What price point? I'm going to go with like 32. I'm going to go with like 32K. We got 6 months to the end of the year, 5 months really. But NASDAQ consistently breaking lows ahead of the opening bell, guys. Y'all be careful. Like, we are starting to turn. And this has to do with specifically a few different things. MU just broke lows of the day, 1125s right now. Apple turning back down, almost flat on the day now, when it was up a little bit. NVIDIA down pretty big on the day at 192.30s. Guys, so we're seeing a broader tech and chip sell-off. Tech and chips, which markets are starting to price in, like, the obvious correlation between device makers, memory prices, and AI. And so we're seeing a sell-off now. NASDAQ broke lows of the day, still dropping 260s, 250s right now. Gold's pulling back as well. The VIX is starting to increase. It's at 20.3 now, basically. It's looking brutal out there. Yeah, we're definitely falling right now. Yeah, there's Michigan data today. It's not big, though. We're at support now. Yeah, we're in. I mean, I'm watching this low right here at 250. We just tapped it. So let's see if we can get underneath this low at 250. But, yeah, I'm watching this low now here. Look at this drop, though. Still falling ahead of the opening bell. We got 20 minutes left before market opens, but yeah, software is rebounding back. Lost so much money this week. Sorry to hear, dude. Do me a favor, hit the like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it. Thanks for the support. But hit the like button, hit the sub button. Yeah, I don't have any position right now. No, I mean I have positions. I like my long-term portfolio. I'm holding things, but in terms of day trading, no, I'm not trading this right now. Market getting scared by Kospi index downturn. Yeah, I mean, look, Kospi index got halted overnight as well. In terms of downward drops, SK Hynix Samsung struggling still with memory plays. So yeah, it's definitely the gasoline right now in terms of, you know, the fire burning in markets. Software names will pop. Yeah, look at the support level, 250s, that previous low right here. We're starting to rebound some. Let's see if we can maybe jump into a little short entry up here at like 290s is what I'm looking at. We're green on the day. We have a cushion, but I want 290s. I gotta be kind of strict with it. Risk level over 300s. Maybe 290s, 295s is what I'm looking at. Not an investment professional. Don't copy me. What's up, Yair? Kind of weak still.
Good morning. Has anyone checked on Michael Saylor? I don't know why. Does he need a wellness check?
He might right now, bro. Strategy is not good right now. Strategy is not looking good. Bitcoin also not looking good either today, man.
Oh.
It's all correlated though. Like everything's kind of fading into everything, you know. Like Bitcoin's down at 59,000. It broke under 59,000 for a little while at 58s. It's back up over it now for a little while, but we'll see how long that lasts. Depends on how big the open is for drops and negative price action. All right, there's 290s. Oh, dude, I swear, if we pop up to 290s and I miss it, we didn't stay up there very long. Don't make me miss it. Ah, come on now. I said 290s. It popped up there so quick. It's hard to take advantage of that, and I don't want to buy it after a big retracement. I'll wait though. I'm in no rush to get in. I will be kind of unhappy if it doesn't dude, 290s. I mean, we're only down 10, 11, 12 points now, 15 points now, but I don't like it anymore. If we get back up there, I have to wait, but 290s was the spot, it looks like. Yeah, look at gold here. Gold went all the way up to 4080s and then faded back down to 4060. Still green on the day, though. I want to buy oil before the weekend, so you're assuming that the talks don't go well Saturday or Sunday and Monday. Oh, dude, we're down to 270s now. That 290 level's solid. Even if we go back over it now, we had enough room to get a nice position right here at 290s. We just it went up there too quickly. Possible dead cat on the nasdaq. All All right, guys, 14 minutes until the open. Apple still down to 275s. We're really just kind of consolidating. Gold bouncing at 4060s. Gold might pump today with the unknown over the weekend, especially if the nasdaq is dipping. Bit of safety net potentially. Maybe it depends on what yields do and what oil does and a lot of other things. You know, you got to understand, if oil goes up, what does that mean? That means yields go up. What does that mean? That means people buy bonds instead of gold. And so that's the dynamic we've seen in gold. It's not a perfect dynamic, like it's not tied to that dynamic, but that's the dynamic we've seen for gold lately, I think. And so, like, my point is, if over the weekend we have escalatory things going on in the Middle East from these talks deteriorating, like you're suggesting could happen, in that situation, we could see gold go down from it, not up, just because more people might gravitate to bonds and less people might buy gold ultimately. I'm not saying that's going to happen or that that dynamic even is going to happen, but it could happen. Yeah. Talks will stall. What about silver? Yeah, I mean, silver's probably running with gold, green. Up to almost $60 an ounce earlier. Kind of faded back down over the last 10 or 15 minutes, though. But that theory, best buy is oil. And again, it's just a theory. It's just a theory. Alright, guys. So, watch me be pretty frustrated I didn't short at 290 like I wanted it here, dude. Ugh, look at the high. The literal high. Exactly the high of the last 10 minutes. 290, dude. Well, at least it builds confidence in my trading strategy, even though I missed it here. Look at this drop right now coming through. Ugh. It was quick, though. Maybe I should have been less strict with where I got in, but yeah. VIX just jumped. Oil spiking. Okay, so there, it looks like oil's jumping, and there could be escalatory things going on. Nasdaq's falling. Oil is spiking right now. This looks like breaking news here.
Iranian foreign ministry spokesperson rejects GCC concerns over Iran's military capabilities, says means of Iran's defense cannot be subject to bargaining or concession.
Yeah, but that was 3 minutes ago. That's not what's driving this. This is more recent.
Yeah.
So I expect to see something on the tape sometime soon. But whatever this is more recent. Just crack lows. UAE issues phone alerts of potential missile threats is what I think it is. UAE issues phone alerts of potential threats. Again, oil jumping, NASDAQ falling. That's the catalyst most likely here. Tanking markets right now. Gold is falling on this with the same dynamic because oil jumped up. Hey, thank you, Brandon, for becoming a member, my friend. Thank you, brother. But yeah, look at oil. So, like, that's the... Yeah, look at oil. Oil spiking. And this is why I gave the dynamic earlier. Like, look, here's oil, and then here's gold. Right? Gold is falling on this news. Because yields are going up. I'm almost certain right now. Like, let's look at yields. It might take a little bit while to get baked in. It's not, like... It's not the craziest news release that's going to, like, wildly influence things. But yeah, look at yields jump. Get yields jump. Gold kind of bounced back a little bit though. Watch oil though. Oil pulled back some too here. Interesting. So it's kind of a short-term news release that influenced markets, but I don't know if we're going to continue to see this dynamic play out. We have 10 minutes until the opening bell, guys. 10 minutes. Yeah, with oil jumping back up. I mean, Bitcoin's back under 70, so we're starting to see a complete retracement of that dynamic. Oil dropping, gold bouncing back up, NASDAQ rebounding some here. So, hey, thank you again for becoming a member, Brandon. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you, sir. We're up to 280s right now. NASDAQ is starting to fight its way back up here, though. Look, hold on. There's 290s again. I don't like shorting the second test of it. I only like the first test. Because the first test is a trend continuation. This could be a reversal. Hey, look at the NASDAQ jump up here. A little bit of this. Oil fading, NASDAQ jumping. Yeah, so we saw that already, Chris. Okay, so again, this is what happened. So Tasnim reported that, you know, they heard sounds in Dubai. UAE issued phone alerts of potential threats. And then just now we got UAE sends alerts which suggest that the situation is now safe. Right, like that's the news. So we basically had escalatory things go on, and then a reversal of those escalatory things with the UAE sending alerts which suggest the situation is now safe, right? Like that's what just pushed the market down a pretty big amount, and then now it's pushing the market back up in more calming de-escalation. So yeah, be careful right now, guys. Be careful. Not an easy market to trade. You might have good trends, good technicals, but stuff like this can happen. It just swings things the other way, back and forth. So again, y'all just be careful. Somebody made a buy. Yeah. These announcements are crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. Things are really, really bad. Okay, things are really, really good now. Less than a minute later, you know. So yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see if 290 holds support here. All right, let's see if 290 holds some support. Yeah, they took some liquidity for sure just now. 100%. Yeah, let's see if 290 keeps it propped up. I mean, we were down prior to this, but looks like 290's not holding either. Now we're coming right back down. Sailor did a boo-boo. Yeah, stair step down, elevator up. For sure. It's usually the opposite though, but bots will take the chance. Yeah, we're at 290s. Crude jumps and accompanying moves seen across the market as UAE threats. However, the vast majority of the moves is unwound as the UAE says the situation is now safe. How long did that take, though, dude? That didn't take very long at all to come back and say it was safe. You know what I mean? Like how long does the analysis of whether it's safe or not take? Because that was like a minute later, 30 seconds later. So
I know.
Seems strange, to be honest. All right, so let's see what happens here, guys. We are heading into the opening bell. The market on open data releases in less than 1 minute. Less than 1 minute. Yeah, so the market on open data drops in less than a minute. We'll see if we get anything good, but I'm using Trade Evade right here. Put a short, send news, close short, nothing to see here, all fine. Yeah, maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. All right, guys, here's the market on open data in 25 minutes, or 25 seconds. Let's see how this pushes things. VIX jumped up on that report up to 20.5, and then it faded back down. It's at 20.25s now. So here's the market on open data in 10 seconds. Let's see how this moves things. Go long and thank me later. Yeah, maybe, dude. All right, here we go. Here's the market on open data right now. Let's watch the volatility. Green so far on the market on open data. Now we're getting pushed back down. Yeah, SK Hynix Samsung had a bad night. Yeah. All like crazy. Definitely a little whippy today, guys. Y'all be careful. We do have Michigan data coming out live today. So we do have University of Michigan consumer sentiment data going live. All like crazy. Yeah, maybe, dude. I don't know. We'll see. Algo trading will stabilize. Asian market is down because of higher inflation in Japan. Yeah, I don't know if the Michigan data is going to move markets. We had good trades balance data show much more exports than imports at 105.8 billion negative versus negative 85 billion expected. So much more negative than expected in terms of the ratio between imports and exports. Yeah, MU still fading though. And Nvidia just jumped up some too though. So like look at Nvidia jump. Missed my entry by 5 ticks. Yeah, that happened to me earlier. Do you suppose that there could be some sort of manipulation in play here? I mean, yeah, of course it could be. All right, guys, we got 3 minutes into the day. Here in greed index. Down 7%. Yes, Ski, you found it. Nvidia back up to 193s here. I like Nvidia long term though at these levels. I do like Nvidia here. I'm not telling you to buy it, not an investment professional, but I don't hate Nvidia at 190s long term. Yeah, we'll watch Apple at the open. What's up, NM? Metals are going back up. Tech should be going down too. All right, hold on. We just got a big pullback in Nvidia. We just rejected at the 200 exponential though. All right, guys, 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
You guys up or down on open?
I mean, so far we're starting to rebound on the Nasdaq at the open. Getting close to that high volume node area. Hey, good luck, Max. Nike's still breaking down here. I don't hate Nike at these levels long term too. We're at 150s. Up it. Yeah, I mean, we rejected here at the 200 exponential. Here's the opening bell in less than a minute, guys. Let's see what we get today.
Good luck, you guys.
Hey, good luck, chat. Bull or bear for the open? Let me know your final prediction. Bears are winning 60-40 right now. 60% bearish, 40% bullish out of about 1,000 votes this morning.
Still bearish. What about you?
I'm a little bearish for sure, but I think it doesn't mean anything. I think we're gonna have sideways big range day today. Honestly, I hope we do at least. It's better than a big downward drop here. 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Here we go. There's the bell. All right, so let's see what we get on the NASDAQ here. Here's the NQ. All right, look at that. We got a little red at the open.
Yeah.
A little bit of red. I'm watching MU. I'm watching
bad,
NVIDIA.
yeah.
I'm watching. Yeah, it's small. But I'm watching MU, Apple, and more. So. Again, we remember we do have Michigan consumer sentiment data.
Yeah. It's trying to push down. I mean, it's meeting support at that volume node, but
Yeah. Let's see if 290 holds us up. That was a previous resistance level.
yeah.
All right, guys. So we have some red at the open. NVIDIA went down to 192s. So that's dropping. Could be pulling things down. Look at Nvidia here. MU though is actually up a little bit since the bell. Again, here's the nasdaq. It's basically flat so far. We can watch for a range here, but all right, so we're starting to test the top. This looks like it has to do with memory plays as well as like Apple's moving up since the opening bell. Memory's moving up since the opening bell here. But look, we have that 370 level drawn. We just rejected at 370s. So we have a range to watch for sure at the open. But so far we're kind of flat. Some stuff's moving up, some stuff is moving down. Nvidia's down, MU is up, Apple is up since the opening bell. And that's kind of the push that we're seeing in markets here. $20 points off the open. That was anticlimactic. Yeah, I mean, look, sometimes markets don't run. Again, sometimes we show a range and then break the range. So that's what I'm looking at. Yeah, good luck. Ask people bull or bear. I see bear, dump, good luck, bear, bearish, bull. Bull is Friday, so bearish, bearish after hours. Software's green. Yeah, it's been green all morning. All right, nasdaq just went back down to the lows of the open, just cracked it, got under 290s here. It's too early for me to trade. I need about another minute or left. I don't hate a little retracement bounce though. I just got to be careful for a red to green move is what I'm worried about, especially with all the shorts piling in. But we might just slump down before I can do anything, which is kind of what we're doing now. Let's see. Red looks strong here. Yeah, look at these drops at the open now. So more falls at the opening bell here, guys. Looking a little sketchy. See if we hold, but still looking a little scared. Nvidia pulled all the way back. Just cracked lows. 191s for Nvidia. Yeah, y'all just be careful. Just crack lows of the day, guys. Nasdaq just hit lows. The VIX is jumping here. $29,000. Look at this low of the last few days down here at 29,160s. But we are starting to test that now. We're down to 190s. Bear momentum is here, chat. Yeah, I gotta wait for the first few minutes to pass. Got how I trade. I don't hate this bounce, shorting into this bounce right here though. I'm gonna short. It's a little early, but I think bear momentum is here. We'll take a little bit more here since we have a cushion if we can. Alright, so consolidating. Here we go. Okay. Alright. Took a little bit off. Let's see if we get a continuation back down and maybe add back if we bounce back more here since we got a little cushion. If we bounce more. The problem is we can go big range either way here. There we go. We'll add more into this and see if we push back down now. Which we are not. Yeah, I'm trading too close to the opening bell. We're now down on the day. We were green on the day, now we're red here after a big retracement all the way back up. So whippy price action. It's Friday, guys. My range idea was right. I just should have taken it. And look, this is the MU bouncing right at that low level here. Did not end up cracking lows. You know, we made 600 yesterday, almost 7. So we've got the cushion to justify it, but it's definitely a little bit of a whippy day. Maybe we'll have a big range.
So what, are you just having a little trouble picking your entry point?
Yeah, well, I mean, I was looking for a continuation short with all the fear, and so we kind of just got squeezed out on the upside. I didn't think we would rebound all the way back up like we did, to be honest. Like that was a big red move to the downside, cracks lows, and so I thought we would have a continuation of that dynamic, but unfortunately we did not. And now we're kind of battling the 200 exponential. But part of it is NVIDIA and MU here, so if you look at MU, like they dropped and then bounced, so we'll see. It looks like we're going to head up some more, but like I said, this price action is very whippy right now. Big range.
Well, it'll work out.
Yeah, no, I believe. We're down small. Yeah, we're already green ahead of that. But here's the NASDAQ. Hey, what's up, good news? Yeah, see, it looked like we were gonna fill the gap and go back up and do red to green, but honestly, we got a big range. It is Friday, guys, so again, y'all just be careful. We'll look for range breaks and then pullbacks into the range, or is what I'm kind of looking at right now. But we're sideways since the opening bell so far, but big moves on either side. I've kind of skewed things a little bit, so I gotta just wait now. TGI Friday. Yeah. I'm gonna deeply enjoy sleeping in tomorrow.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta just wait for this range. I don't have any business getting in around here either way. I mean, NVIDIA sideways. MU is sideways. Apple is actually up a little bit, rebounding some. Hyperscalers are down a little bit, maybe. Or Microsoft's back up to 360s. So, to me it looks bullish here, to be honest. But it doesn't mean anything yet. And we could easily go the other way. Yeah, I see the rotation in the software. So what's falling down so much? I see MU and NVIDIA rebounding back up. Or not NVIDIA. Or not MU, I mean. MU's falling. That could be what this is.
Yeah, from what I can tell, it's not not news. It looks like just a bunch of old news getting reissued. So
yeah, it's probably not moving things. I think we're just kind of getting some playouts for the opening bell lately. I think there's a lot of fear in markets though right now, but see what we get. It's kind of there's fear for sure. Now we're at lows of the day again here. Second test of it today. I went ahead and bought a long down here, and I'll try to hold this break even. We're doing good on that. I'm going to take a little bit more off. Do I have the window up where y'all can see my trades? No, not yet. Alright, so we're almost back to flat. I'll get out the rest flat here if we go red. Yeah, I'm going to cut it right there, red. Or flat. But we made money on the trade. We're back to green on the day. I'm trying to get the window up there. Y'all can actually watch it. I'm going to do another one. Try to attack that range idea I had earlier and stick with that instead of attacking big trends, unless we see some of the Mag 7 start to really go the other way. I do see the rotation happening though. Netflix up to 78, so we bought some Netflix the other day. Got a big opening range though. Oh, we do have Michigan consumer sentiment data going live at 10. I forgot.
How much you think that'll move things?
It's hard to tell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so big range idea would have worked nicely today. We are green, but we're not as green as we could have been if we stuck to the original plan. Spacex 151s right now. Look at that retracement here. Tempted to buy it up though, to be honest. Should have bought it up, dude. Definitely should have bought it up. Definitely should have bought it. Look at that candle. Nvidia back up, NBU back up, SpaceX back up. I don't think this is news, but let me check. Not a small candle.
See something from a couple minutes ago, but I don't think it would do anything right now.
Yeah, you're right. I think, you know, the UAE foreign minister thing. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's moving markets either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does right now. Again, I thought about buying it. I was a little too late with my idea though. Yeah, I mean Bitcoin and crypto. Let's take a look. As that getting towards the top of that range here, look at Microsoft. But here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin's bouncing back too. Nvidia, here's SpaceX. Look at Microsoft though. So we'll see what we get. But back to the top of the range now. Yeah, no tweets that I can see. So far, big range at the opening bell sideways, but a big range nonetheless here. Look at this red candle now. So yeah, big swings back and forth here. Look at that red candle completely retraced the other. This one's even bigger, look. VIX just jumped. I mean, it looks bearish, dude, but like I have a very hard time jumping in anything right now. I will short one micro contract down here. And Maybe this is American greed for me, but I will short one, see if the bears start to gain control after that big retracement candle. But it's small. As small as we can be with one micro. One micro is even moving some now, though. I'm not going to add to this right now. Okay, yeah, fake out city here, guys. Y'all be careful, dude. We're flat on the day now. Yeah, market said psych, 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 psych. Yeah. No, it really did. Look at this. Like I said, I should have taken the trade. I knew it was kind of... I mean, it was one micro, so, I mean, it's not like I'm risking my account here with that trade, but...
No, but if you're having trouble, I'm glad I stayed out of it.
Yeah, dude, it's just whip city right now. Y'all, again, markets are not easy to trade. I think really you got to wait for the range to break, but even then I'm kind of concerned that we're going to break the range and fake out even more on the other side if we do, so... Again, y'all be careful. Right back up, top of the range again. While we're ranging here, guys, if you want to limit your risk, try a funded account program. Most day traders lose money. If you fund your own account thousands of dollars, again, you're probably going to lose. You're probably going to lose. So why fund your own account? It makes no sense. Instead, try Lucid right now, dude. Lucid, they give you a demo. They test your skill with it. You pass the test, they fund you. They have some of the best rules in the game on Lucid. If you look at it here, 150 million paid to traders, 250,000 use Lucid. Average payout time of 15 minutes. Great rules, 90-10 profit split, no payout windows, 10-1 micro scaling allowed, end of day drawdowns, and everything here. Very useful. Lucid Flex has some of the best rules once you're actually funded. There's a 50% consistency rule in the eval, so it takes at least 2 days. But some of the best rules in the game once you're actually funded. You can also go direct here and just buy a straight up funded account. $588 for 150K direct. If you use my code BGT at checkout, you'll get the max discount here if you use my coupon code. So if you use my coupon code, you'll get the max discount. I think you can get it, if you haven't used your 50% off, you can get it for $420 for a 150K funded account. And so very useful. Traders like flex accounts as well because they can have a lot more free trading once you're actually funded. So if you want to check it out, again, a great way to help support the channel. Apex is great too. You can check out Apex as well. Use the same code. What platform?
It's a great deal, guys. Take advantage of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm using TradeAvate, but I have a 2 gig internet connection, just to clarify. Right? So like I don't usually get exactly 2 gigs. I usually get like 1,500 megabits per second or something like that, so it's fast internet. Yeah, we're now down to these lows here, but again, I gotta wait, dude. I'm not taking anything. I'm basically flat now on the day. What am I? I'm basically flat, so I gotta just wait now. Still in a very big range, but at the same time we do have a opening range. We also have Michigan data that could skew things one way or the other in 10 minutes. Yeah, price action put people to sleep on a Friday. All right, look, we're at 290s, 300s now. This looks bearish, but again, I don't think anything looks anything right now. I think market does not care what it looks like, to be honest. $270s, $280s. Spacex still at 150s. I guess, chat, the only real question I have for the day is bull or bear right here. What do you guys think? Bullish or bearish? 9 minutes until Michigan data comes out. Consumer sentiment, inflation, expectations. But bull or bear today, guys? What do you guys think? Let me know.
Honestly, at this point, neither really.
Well, yeah, I mean, the market direction certainly shows some type of dynamic like that, but... Yes, John, yes. Bull and bear. Boar, bull, bear, lion, flat. Did you invest in Wendy's? Bear, as in board, flat, hyena, penguin, bull on Wendy's. Yes. Gold. Yeah, gold's moving. Look at the NASDAQ jump, too. I mean... What's oil doing? Nvidia just popped up, though. That's probably why. Oil's falling, too, so... But again, my hands are off at this point in time. We're 20 minutes into the day, and the price action's garbage. We'll see what consumer sentiment does at 10, but... I don't think there's really an easy thing. John, yes. OT, what's up, dude? Today, bullish overall, bearish. On the sidelines right now. We're down 4 days in a row. I see, look, now we're turning to the downside here. I'm not going to say my big range day thesis this morning was correct. I'm not going to say I said that. I wish I would have traded it. Sometimes you can know the right thing to do and still not do it. If I had to bet a direction, I'd say bearish, but I don't think there's much edge in betting right now. Bear shirts, bull blouses, game blouses.
That was so great. And then, after it was all over, took us inside and made us pancakes.
Pancakes, yeah. Dave Chappelle's great. He's great.
I know.
All right, so yeah, let's see what we get, guys. Chop it back and forth. Chop it back and forth. Market wants to go bullish long. All right, we're at 275. Oil down to 69.30s. The real was in the chat, no, the reference we just made. You know. Man, dude, this is boring. Honestly, it started to look like a symmetrical triangle, though. Like, so. We're gonna get the 200 exponential this time. All right, guys, 5 minutes before the Michigan data. Let's see what we get. Maybe good, maybe bad, I don't know. Or not to lean bearish. Yeah, I mean, I think bearish makes sense in the context of the last few days, but we can also see the other side where some of the shorts for the last few days get squeezed out on the upside if markets start to rebound. So I think we could go either way, really. MU, like, to look at it, is actually getting back towards the top of the range. Oil's still fading down. It's at $69 a barrel right now. Nvidia at 193. So Nvidia's green at the open. Still red on the day, though. Yeah, this is terrible price action right now, guys. It's no good, very bad price action.
Yeah.
Boring. Well, we're waiting here, guys. I'm gonna wait until this range breaks at the least, unless it continues for like an hour, and then I'm, you know. Okay, there we go. We just broke to the upside of the range. We broke out of that opening bell range here. I'm a little bit worried about a fake out, but I will try and trade if we get a dip now. It's going to be small, though. I think it needs to be today. But I will buy a pullback if we get one, which is a big if. Because there's a big green candle. Alright, we just tapped the VWAP level. Just ripped over the VWAP some. There's a pullback. I will buy that pullback. See if we get back over the VWAP now. There we go. There we go. I'm going to take some off there. Yep. I'll let this ride a little bit now, to be honest. Might add more in a dip too, actually. Here's a dip. We'll add to that. We pick up some strength. There we go. Might add some more on a dip. I didn't get a chance to. Maybe buys are gonna get excited. Alright, we just added some more right at the VWAP area here. Hopefully it props us up. There we go. Take some off immediately there. I'm gonna try to manage this trade correctly. Alright, we're gonna take some more off up there. Maybe add back two now. Well, the rest pretty much flat. We'll use under the VWAP as our exit point. A little bit beyond break even, but I want the VWAP to prop it up here, which it just did. There we go. Yes, sir. Alright, we're gonna get out there. Alright, so good momentum. We're up a lot now on the day. I don't know about a lot, but we're up a few hundred probably. So waiting for that range to break. MU jumped to the upside as well here. Michigan data releases in 1 minute, guys. 1 minute for Michigan data. I don't know how big this is, to be honest. It's not a big event. But Michigan data can sometimes move things. We'll have to wait and see, but it can move things. Just depends on what the numbers actually show up as. In the Michigan print, it drops in 1 minute. We get inflation expectations and consumer sentiment, and specifically consumer expectations as well here. So we'll see what that does to drive markets up or down. We have 30 seconds left. 30 seconds. And let's see what we show. Alright, guys. Here we go. Michigan data in 10 seconds. And here's the data print right now. Michigan data, lower 5-year inflation expectations, the same 1-year inflation expectations. Consumer sentiment was stronger than expected. So stronger than expected consumer sentiment, lower than expected 5-year inflation expectations, 3.3 versus 3.4 last time, and 3.4 expected, 4.6%, the same 1-year inflation expectations though. Current conditions were weaker though. Consumer sentiment was stronger though. And this actually did jump markets up. Look at this data. Consumer sentiment data did bump markets up. Look. So big green candle from this. And again, stronger than expected consumer sentiment. We showed up at 49.5 versus 8.9 expected here. So I'll put this data up on screen just so you can see what just popped the market up quickly here. But lower inflation expectations as well as better than expected consumer sentiment just helped the market here. Look at this. Look at this jump. 520s now. Yeah, we're up to 501s. Yeah, I mean, the data was good. I mean, it wasn't that good. It could be an overreaction here, but I think markets were getting prepped to run anyway. We had already broken that big short range we had. MU's running back up. It's at 1180s. Nvidia's back up to 194s. SanDisk up to 2220 or so. And the data was good. It wasn't crazy good, though. It was good, though, nonetheless. But yeah, we're at 5s now. Yeah, so we pushed up, we broke this range, guys. Now we're sitting at 47s. Yeah, I mean, I was able to scalp a little bit too. I don't know what we're going to do now, though. I mean, again, I'm too worried about range days today, although SanDisk and MU are ripping. Memory plays are ripping up. So memory is jumping here. Where's Apple at today? Apple, it's green since the open, and it's actually technically green on the day, but it's still down big yesterday. It's not really super. I mean, memory's bouncing back here, but we're at 500. Gold's actually back up to almost 4090s. You trading, Brit?
No.
No?
I'm just kind of watching right now.
Yeah, probably not a bad move here.
I'm having a little trouble getting a beat on it, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, MU's up to 1180s. So, I mean, this is memory bouncing back. I mean, it's Friday, right? So, generally, guys, Friday is a little bit more whippy in price action, a little bit more choppy, some might say. Especially today at the open. But we broke out of that range, and now memory plays are kind of rebounding back up. So, bulls are getting optimistic here and starting to pick up. Broke that opening range at least again.
That's good.
Yeah, we're at 540s now. VIX is falling. Gold just went up to 4094s. Yeah, that's a quick bounce. Opening range. Whenever the range is so obvious, I mean, again, it goes back to psychology. You know, when the range is so obvious, it's even a break of the volume profile here, but like when the range is so obvious, everybody sees the range break, they get optimistic, they buy, right? You can get moves the other way, but really obvious range. Bitcoin buy or sell? Yeah, I have no idea. Where's Bitcoin?
It is.
It's at 59.
63.70 or something like that.
No, it's at 59.7.
What the heck am I seeing? Something's wrong with my
What are you looking at?
thing. looking at Bitcoin. Something's wrong with my platform, I think, though.
Bitcoin where?
Hold on. Let me refresh, see if that helps. Yeah, mine's like my platform is frozen or something.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, sorry, dude.
Not your fault. I mean, I'm gonna blame you, but it's not your fault.
It's definitely my fault. Nasdaq up to 570s now, though. So Nasdaq's starting to rise back higher here. Starting to get some strength. This is mostly memory, though, and Apple and Nvidia rebounding since the opening bell. OpenAI does not have an IPO timeline yet and has not begun testing waters meetings with investors, according to CNBC, citing sources. Yeah, I don't know if they want to. I don't know if they really want to IPO right now. Alright, so I don't know whether I want to be bullish or bearish here. I must want to take a short. Is that greed? I'm going to take one right here. Might be greed. I mean, we're green on the day, and we're decently green, but
No, I think you're just trying to find a position to take. It seems like it's not real easy today.
no, it's not. I don't like actually where we are with the volume profile. I might actually cut this. Yeah. I'm gonna get out. We have a window here where we could run fast, so I don't want to stay in that trade. Now that I think about it. All right, yeah. I mean, we're green for sure, but I don't want to go against the trend. Bitcoin's back up though. It's almost back up to 60. Apple's starting to creep towards the top too. MU went up to 1200. SanDisk up to 2240s. All right, sorry. Yeah, Michigan data was good. I don't know if it propped the market up that much, but it definitely helped it a little bit. Will I regret getting out of that short trade I was just in?
You know it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm just kidding around.
Nah, honestly, it's looking like I might. We got in short right here. We would have been up. Sometimes my first instinct is the right one, and I talk myself out a little along the way. Are y'all red or green right here today, guys? By the dip, green, red, green, by the dip. Green now was red. Today's good. Yesterday got crushed. Green. Green like a spring grass. Green on Palantir. Shorting Sandisk. Long on a pullback. Green was red now. Green. Red. Port is 1.33% green. That's good. That's good. I'm all the way up. Green. 0. Man, I should have stayed in that short, guys. I should have done it.
Well, I tried to tell you.
I heard it. You know, I mean, it was telepathically, but I heard it.
Yeah, I thought it real loud, you know?
Yeah. Red so far, but I shorted the top. Made 7,000 loading up on MU dip with calls. Yeah, I mean, we're seeing rebounds at MU and in chips and tech. Yeah, buy oil. 3.5 thousand, probably done for the day. I don't hate it. 250 green was on a 25K account. Hey, nice. That's a good gain for you know, a 25K account, my friend. Good job, dude.
Yeah, man, good job, you know.
Yeah. All right, so we just cracked the top of that range again, up to 600s now on the NASDAQ. It isn't a rebound on memory. It's making lower highs on the hourly. Maybe, but we're talking about a rebound since the opening bell. I mean, I think this is justifiably called a rebound. I mean, it's subjective, I guess. But, you know, I would say if we opened up the day here, and we are now up here, much closer to break even on the day, I would say it's at the very least a small rebound. I mean, it's not. It's moving now, though. We're moving now. But again, I haven't really been taking any trades. Shorting Sandisk after a gap down is a bold strategy. Shorting memory right now is a bold strategy.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Yeah. Trying to catch the altcoins. MU. Yeah, I mean, MU's went back to 1200. 1200 is kind of a sticking point with it now, though. I gotta watch 1200. Alright guys, we're at 580s here, 580s. Again, it's a little boring right now for me because I don't really like buying this right now. It's too up. I don't really like shorting it. It's too choppy today. So I'm just kind of staying out of this thing, man. You guys, what's your strategy right now? Hopefully it's better than me.
My strategy is to stay out of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of my strategy too. I mean, I'm green on the day. Yeah, I made money yesterday too. I'm up much less today than I am yesterday. Netflix is moving. And so I'm nicely green on Netflix today. I'm actually pretty green in everything. Netflix, Microsoft positions are green. Amazon, Apple positions are back up some after yesterday's slump. Luckily, my Apple position's 255s. PayPal is green. SoFi is green. Coca-Cola is green. Home Depot is green. Followed the trend. Green, long. Hold until NFP next week. Market still recovers. Should we do a flash giveaway today, guys? I think maybe we should.
Why not? When's the last time we did one?
I think it was like last week here. I don't know if we've done one this week.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'm in favor of it.
I think flash giveaway. We'll give you guys 5 minutes to sign up to the giveaway. 5 minutes. You can win a Lucid Flex 50k eval, right? Lucid Flex has got the best rules in the game. We'll do it real quick here. Hold on. It's not up yet, so don't enter it in the chat yet. Give me a second. All right, now you can enter it. So now you can enter it. We'll give you guys, what, 5 minutes to do this? Just because people stuck around. We'll give it 6 minutes here. 6 minutes. Countdown has started. Man, all the lurkers showing up for this giveaway. People I haven't ever even seen before. Y'all are just like, you know what? I'm here. Exclamation point BGT will enter the giveaway. You gotta enter exclamation point BGT in the chat.
And join us. Join the Discord.
Yeah.
Correct.
Look at all these lurkers in the chat all of a sudden show up. Y'all want free stuff. I understand. You know. Hey, thank you, Nick.
Tisk. For shame,
Yeah.
everybody. For shame.
Look, time is ticking. You got 5 minutes.
I was saying tisk, not tick. But tick works too.
No, I'm saying tick tick.
Oh. Fine then.
We'll set the sound for the giveaway. I'm waiting here, dude. I don't know what to do with this. Yeah, I see the lurkers here. I see all you guys. You don't have to enter it over and over again. Entering it more does not benefit anything for real. Please stop. Don't do it, man. I like watching. Thank you, mister. Alright, for real. Stop spamming it, bro. You have to enter it one time, sir. One time. Uno. Mi amigo. Just one time, dude. I'm gonna have to put you in timeout, bro. You know? And then you won't be able to win it all if you keep spamming it for real. You know? Please stop. I will give you T-minus 30 seconds to stop. I don't want to have to do it, brother. I don't want to have to do it. He stopped. Okay, good.
Okay.
Put him in the corner. Kick the lurkers out. Give us a better chance. I like the lurkers, dude. Lurkers, I can respect it. As a fellow lurker, you know, I can respect the lurkers. I mean, do I appreciate the people that chat more? Of course. I mean, you know,
yeah.
They're just better. But yeah. Oh, I'm a lady? Okay. Well, please stop. Mi amiga. Gracias. I lurk everywhere. I'm lurking in the corners everywhere, you know. In fact, I'm in the bushes behind you right now, bro. Right now. All right, look, hold on. Some news just happened or something. NASDAQ just jumped up. Hold on. I think some news happened. No way. I think it's
nothing.
news. Maybe not. What's oil doing? Hold on.
Maybe it's a tweet.
Could be a tweet. Oil's not moving, so maybe it's not news. Maybe it's just big green candle.
Oh, nothing important.
Yeah. Can't be. I'm in the bushes too already. Hey, thank you, Zeke, for the 10 beginner trading memberships, my friend. Thank you, brother. So Chris Spy, you get a membership. William Martin, you get one. Rick, you get a Martin. AZN Munchies, you get one. Kyle Victorino, you get one. What in the goodness gracious, you get one. Nick H, you get one. Rising Sun, you get one. Chat GPT, you get one. Abraham, you get one. So congratulations. Y'all win free beginner trading memberships brought to you by Zeke. So
it really was ChatGPT. Like, ChatGPT has achieved sentience and was tuning into your stream.
My stream's so great, even ChatGPT watches it. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that.
I want to learn how to trade from John.
Right, like he's learning how to trade here. Yeah. All right, guys, we got a minute and a half left until the giveaway. But thanks, Zink. I appreciate the support, brother. Thank you, my friend. ChatGPT needs a membership, yeah. All right, guys, look. Exclamation point BGT. You got 7 minutes. Or no, I'm sorry. You have 1.5 minutes, actually. Look, they've all directed their anger at ChatGPT. You shouldn't put a head on those things. You know, now you got somebody to yell at. All right, guys. You have 1 minute. It's a flash giveaway. Time is ticking. Do you hear it? Can you feel it?
Uh-huh.
I can feel the giveaway coming in the air tonight, guys. And you've got 30 seconds. Yeah, it's a 50k flex eval on Lucid is what you get if you win. Which in my opinion is the best eval to try. 20 seconds. If I could give away memberships, I would, Little Tunes, but they don't let me. I would. I'm Claude. Alright, 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's do the giveaway. Before I do this, remember, that's the coupon code you use. Just BGT if you want to use any major prop firms. Remember this face when you enter a code on a prop firm. Just remember it right there. There it is right there. You see this face right here? Look at this face right here.
Oh, you can't make me.
Look at this, the beacon of handsomeness right here. Beardless John. I don't know how long ago this was either. But look at that face, dude. Alright. Alright, you only have to enter it once, guys. Alright, here we go. We're gonna do the giveaway right now. Let's see who wins. Watch it be one of the spammers. Yeah, remember this face right here. You know. Alright, giveaway winner is Rising Sun. You win. Rising Sun, you've done it. You've won the chat. Giveaway.
That's the same person who just got a free membership.
Hey, dude, luck is on his side today, bro. Rising Sun, you've done it. You've won. Are you in the chat right now, Rising Sun? I'll give you 1 minute to announce yourself. Foiled again. Rising Sun? Are you here, Rising Sun?
Also, I'm curious if that's a Japan reference or a reference to the Animals song.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of both. All right, Rising Sun, you've won, dude. You got how many times left? Oh, yeah, Rising Sun's not here. All right, dude, you're about to lose this thing. Yeah, he's left. Or how do you leave in 5 minutes?
Like you enter a contest.
And
like,
then
all right, I'm
done. All right, dude. Well, listen, he's not here anymore. All right, look, we'll have to pick somebody else. Look, I'll give him less than a minute now to show himself back up in chat. Yeah, I'm getting Sherberted. Yeah, I'm redrawing in T-minus 45 seconds. Unless he shows up. You don't have to enter it again, dude. All right, guys. T minus 30 seconds until Rising Sun loses his winning. T minus 20 seconds. All right, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Rising Sun has lost it. Let's pick somebody else here right now. I got Sherberted. Okay, the new winner is... It's frozen on my screen now. Oh, Hal. At Hal2288. You've won. Bro, I better not get Sherberted again. Hal288, you've won. Is he here? Let's check.
Hal 9000.
He is here. Okay, Hal, you're here right now, bro. You've won, dude. You're here in the chat. I see you. Let me tag you here. You've won, sir.
It's actually Hal from Malcolm in the Middle. Brian Cranston's probably in the chat.
Okay, there he is. Okay, he's here. Yes, sir. You are here, Hal. Congratulations, dude. You win, bro. No, he's here. He just said yes. All right, dude. So listen, if you want to get your winning, eval, join the Discord. I'll send it to you. Here's the Discord link. Oh, it's she? Oh, well, congratulations, Hal. You win. There's the Discord link. Join it.
Hal.
Yeah, join it, and I'll send you the code.
To be fair, Hal, that's a pretty ambiguous name in terms of guessing gender.
Yeah, I call everybody dude, by the way. I mean, that's just kind of how it
Yeah,
goes.
me too. It's just like our vernacular from when we were growing up.
Yeah, join the Discord. Join the Discord. Comment in the main trading chat room, and I'll send you a message and send you the code. Good job. Good job. With that said, though, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Remember, use my code if you want to help support the channel. We appreciate it. We do appreciate it if you use our code. And, yeah, if you want to check out Apex, they have a 5-pack bundle right now for $17 each per account. You can check out Lucid, end-of-day drawdowns. Lucid Flex is great. If you want a prop firm, Lucid's great. Lucid Flex is great. You can check out Tradeify. A lot of options for direct-to-funded accounts on Tradeify. They also have a select plan, which lets you kind of pick your path. It's really nice. And then Take Profit's really nice for beginners, in my opinion. Like, really solid for beginners. So you can use my code on all of them. Check them out. And, yeah, let me make sure Hal's going to be joining. How do I claim? Okay, yeah. Yeah, Hal, you've won. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Love to everybody here.
Yep.
Thanks again to Zeke for all the donations, my friend. And
yeah, you're the one,
Yeah. Congratulations, guys. Love to everybody here. Y'all have a safe and happy weekend. We'll be back. Let's see what happens. They're supposed to be having more talks over the weekend regarding geopolitical stuff. So just be careful. Sunday, I believe, is when the talks are supposed to start. Hey, y'all have a great day.
Hey, everybody. How you going?
What's up, Max?
Thanks, Steve.
Wait, John. Wait. What's up, Max? What? What, sir? Hey, thank you, Keo. Join the Discord. How? I posted the link. The Discord link's right there, dude.
He was talking to the person who won the contest.
Oh, she said that. Join the Discord link. Look, I'll if you go to...
Thanks, Keo.
If you can't find the Discord link in the chat, you can always go to my YouTube homepage and then look in the description of my YouTube channel, and the Discord link's like the first link in there. So, Hal is asking how to claim. Okay, I got you. Sorry, Hal.
Hal don't know how.
Join the Discord here. I mean, Discord is like a gamer thing, so if she's not a gamer, she might not understand Discord. But there's the Discord link right there. No, you don't, Blaze.
Try though, shoot your shot.
Yeah. Y'all have a great day. Y'all be good.
Howdy, everybody.
You got it, Hal? I'm just making sure she's got it before we leave. Oh, how do I claim? Okay. All right, guys. Y'all have a great day. I'll see you guys later.
Later, everybody. Good one.
Yeah, if not, if you really need to email me, how beginnertrading@gmail.com, you can email me beginnertrading@gmail.com. I'll send it to you that way if you really don't want to join the Discord. But yeah, have a great day.